killed sitting there by the radio.
Yeah, same
And
here. I heard about
it
it on
was
the
just,
radio. Yeah.
yeah, I was just glued to the radio as a kid, and they was
Hmm.
playing all of his music. And I'm like, damn, man, he really died. And this is, and now it's kind of weird when you think about it now, because my parents were so upset. My mom was crying a little bit.
Hmm.
And I just remember people so sad. I'm like, dang, like he really died. And then, I was a kid back then, so I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't really know too much about the East Coast, West Coast thing.
Hmm.
And then a year later, I want to say Biggie died. And so it was like, damn, I'm thinking, these guys, they just killing each other type thing. So I'm like, now when I look at it, it's just like, damn, these guys are so young, man. And just imagine if that didn't happen. Like how will we look at Tupac to this day? Or how will we look at Biggie?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell, man. Like, honestly, it's impossible. I feel like Tupac would have went to prison likely after he jumped that dude and it was caught on camera because he was on
Yeah.
probation. What up, Tab? We see you on the YouTube. What up,
What's
everybody
going
in the
on,
streaming
man?
world? We live on Twitch. We live on YouTube and all that. Reflecting on the Tupac Shakur's life. It was his birthday this week. So, yeah, man, I think about that a lot. I think about how the game would be different if Pac was alive, if Biggie was alive. I don't think anything in hip hop will really have been the same, dog. Like it's so much,
Yeah.
but then again, like that also, I don't want to say it was really a good side to it, but it kind of slowed down the bullshit for a minute. I
Yeah.
feel when
Yeah.
both of them died, like the East Coast West Coast shit got squashed pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
People started until 50 Cent came and then really brought the beef back to New York.
Yeah.
Like there was years of like it was more somber, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm not gonna say like it was cool. Like I'm sure Ice
Yeah.
Cube and fucking some people still have problems with people, but for the most part, it was dialed back a lot, and that needed to happen, man, because shit was getting hot, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah. I often think about too, if they still were alive, how would the top 10 rappers of all time look?
yeah, yeah,
Because we had this conversation all the time. And me personally, this is my take. I feel like we wouldn't look at Tupac or Biggie like we look at them now if they were still around. Because we have no idea if Biggie would still be, Biggie
hmm,
over the next 5 years. And the same thing with Tupac. Like I feel like Tupac would probably be in more movies and stuff like that because he was super
yeah,
talented. But he might be somewhat on the Snoop level type of level with that notoriety. And
hmm,
I feel like Tupac would probably be. We'd probably look at Tupac like we look at Snoop. Just somebody. I feel like a lot of people really don't appreciate what Snoop did during his time in
yeah,
music, and it's just, hey, that's just Snoop. And if he would have passed, he probably would have been top 3, top 4 or some shit.
hmm.
So I wonder if we would even appreciate people like Tupac if he was still living like that.
I don't know because I mean, there's a lot of people we still give our flowers to. A lot of people alive that we still say are some of the best rappers of all time.
Yeah.
But you have to wonder, would Tupac age more like an Ice Cube?
Yeah.
Because Tupac was in a lot of movies. He was really getting into acting. I feel like at some point he would have transitioned, and you can't do like the thug role forever. You
Yeah.
know,
I think he would have been somewhat probably a better Ice Cube, I would say,
yeah,
because Tupac obviously he probably had better music than Ice Cube,
hmm,
and he was uh way more known than Ice Cube. And I think he probably would have played in bigger movies, to be
yeah,
honest. I think I respect Ice Cube so much for creating his own shit,
hmm,
because a lot of stuff he created his own. And even, people always laugh at him for the kid movies he did, but he decided to do that. He did that
yeah.
shit so to show people he can do kid movies too. So I think Tupac probably would have been in bigger blockbuster movies, and he probably would have been a bigger household name. as far as acting.
Yeah.
So I think it ain't even no telling if he'll still be doing music.
Yeah, exactly. And that would
Yeah,
play into the same thing
yeah,
with Ice Cube. Ice Cube got some of the best albums of all time, but
yeah,
people don't rate him that high just because like he's not known more for his rap these days.
exactly.
But Biggie, I feel like Biggie had the mentality that a Jay-Z had. You know, he was
Yeah,
more about it, even at the end of his life, he was more about kind of moving away from music and getting other people on, but he would still drop music. I think the Born Again was already planned, and after that, who knows? But I feel like if he was still alive, he would still be held in high regard, like a Jay-Z was, because they had a similar mindset, man. They were like really
yeah,
about the boss shit in the music industry. So
yeah. The,
I
the
think he would still be held in high regard
the
if he was
only
still
thing I
here.
worry the only thing I worry about with Biggie is he was signed under Bad Boy.
Yeah.
So you see the trend with Puff Daddy and Bad Boy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. The
wonder if
bad
it
boy
would
curse.
exactly, and I don't think he would have been under that curse as far as like the music and all that stuff. But
Mhm.
I don't see Biggie wanting to stay under Bad Boy forever.
Yeah.
So I think it would have been a point in time where he wanted to leave, just like somebody like Mace wanted to leave.
Mhm.
And I wonder if it would have been some type of friction between them two, where it's like, damn, Biggie is stuck on Bad Boy and he can't
Yeah.
drop any music or, little stuff like that. So I wonder if it would have became a point like that, or honestly, if Puffy would have became Puffy, like would Puffy be the Puffy of today? If Biggie was still alive?
Yeah, good question. I don't think so.
So,
Because he wasn't
yeah,
even close to that when Biggie was alive.
exactly.
He was the fucking the Public Enemy dude. What's his name?
The one, why am I forgetting his name?
I know, right, dog? I
Hype
just woke
Man.
up from a nap. My
I was
mind is
about to say the
fucking
dude
bugged
that's
out.
wearing a clock.
Yes,
Flav. Flavor
Flavor
Flav.
Flav. That's right,
Yeah,
Flavor
yeah.
Flav. He was more like the Flavor Flav of the bad boy movement, man. He was a guy in the
Yeah,
background shouting out the ad libs, and then
yeah.
Biggie died, and he skyrocketed his stardom. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I think he would be looked at very differently. Chuck D. No, I meant Flavor
Flavor
Flav, the hype
Flav, yeah.
man.
Yeah,
But yeah. So yeah, who knows, man? The
yeah,
landscape would be much different, I feel. But there's some shit I get tired of hearing. Like certain rappers wouldn't be around if Tupac and Biggie were here. I heard
yeah,
people say that shit about Lil Wayne. I hear people see like the South was coming no matter what, dog.
yeah. They would have been
Okay.
around.
So
Yeah,
anybody saying like, oh, so and so rapper wouldn't have made it, like these niggas would have got old too, dog. Tupac
yeah,
and Biggie would have got old in their 30s and 40s, and you were looking for the next hot thing. That's what Biggie actually referenced in one of his last interviews. He was talking about how he ain't want to rap past a certain age because he knew that people are gonna be looking at the next hot dude, the young dude, and pay more attention to that type of dude than the older Biggie. So he
yeah.
knew how this game works, man. And
Mm-hmm.
so the South was coming, Lil Wayne and all them were coming, and it would have been moving no matter what happened, dog. So all
Yeah,
these
they
people
was
saying, "Oh, it wouldn't be
yeah,
around if Tupac was here." Yeah, they would
yeah,
have.
yeah. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys would have been
Mm-hmm.
around. Everybody in the South. It it would have changed regardless, man. And I love Tupac and Biggie, but they wasn't gonna stop that.
Yeah.
It was happening no matter what. And even back in that time, you see all the record labels and stuff was out of New York. So now when you get to the 2000s, people in the South start getting stuff going on their own. So that would have came out regardless, man.
Yeah.
But just in that time when they were alive, it was mainly New York or LA. And unfortunately, we wasn't looking at the South like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think I hate that argument too. It won't be no Lil Wayne or all these other people, like they wouldn't be around.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same argument where people had with Aaliyah for some reason.
Yo, yeah.
If it wasn't for if
Beyonce wouldn't have made
Beyonce
it
wasn't
as far
around.
if Aaliyah was still here. Like, come on,
Beyonce was
dog.
around when Aaliyah was around.
Mhm.
So it was gonna be Beyonce regardless, man.
Yeah.
And I use the same, the same thing I said with Tupac. Aaliyah started getting into the movies too.
Mhm.
So I don't know how long she would have been around singing.
Yeah.
So she probably would eventually been a full-time actress or, kind of been on her Maya shit, I guess.
Might have been like Ciara.
Yeah.
Like, who knows, man?
Mm-hmm. So
But yeah, that you can't bring that up around her stands, dog. They swear she would have been bigger than Beyonce if she was still alive. I'm like, all right, man, whatever y'all say.
Yeah.
But with that said, let's get into it, man. We got a lot to talk about. Jay Prince, introduce the podcast real quick, por favor.
The gems and juice.
This might be the last time we get the Jay Prince drops because
I know, man.
we might get ourselves excommunicated from the Mob Ties family after this podcast because we're gonna have to talk about this new Drake album and give our honest opinions on it. And yeah, it might get a little dicey and ugly. I don't know, man. But we'll say that for a little bit. First off, Piggy, man, how you feeling, dog? I know it's been a big week. You had your 1000th episode of In the Loop. Congratulations to that. I also had the toast to John McClane. Saw you out and about in that event. Yeah. So how's it been, man? How's your week been, dog?
Man, we've been pretty busy, man. It seemed like my last couple weeks was pretty busy where, I don't just go home after work and just chill.
Yeah.
It's like I always got something to do, and I'm not used to that, man. I'm used to just going home and chilling for the rest of the day. But now it's like, damn, like I got to go to this event. I got to go to that event. And I got to meet with somebody here and there. So it been pretty busy and shout out to everybody that showed up at Comier's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Off of Louetta and Spring for the In the Loop 1000 episode. It was a blast, man. I appreciate, people around here, pulling some strings to have me even out there. Because I'll pull the curtain back a little bit. Somebody hit me up and asked, were we doing something for the 1000 episode? This was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I'm like, damn, I haven't even thought about it. And somebody's going to send us some stuff up to the station, as a, congrats. And I'm like, you know what? Let me hit somebody up. Man. I feel like we should do something. We should be on at a remote or something. And, they took that idea and they made it happen. So shout out to the salespeople and shout out to Kevin Cormier. He's the owner of Comier's Kitchen. Man, he looked out for us, got us some food and all that stuff. So it was a blast, man. And and shout out to the listeners who look, spring is far.
As far as prices ain't,
it took me 52 minutes to get out there.
Damn.
So and like you said, gas prices ain't cheap. I just filled up before I came here. Man, that shit hit 50. That shit hit 50. I'm like, hold up, because you know how you pump the gas and you get back in the car.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, cool. I'm thinking it's about to be about 42 or something like that. Man, I looked over. I'm like 50. I'm like, I was about to stop that shit. And as soon as I got out, it stopped. But I'm like, man. So
50 is, dog. You lucky to be at 50, dog.
Yeah, I was at 52.
I've been at 80, dog. Damn, and I drive a fucking Nissan Altima, dog.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. So but I appreciate everybody coming out there, with paying at the pump and all that stuff. Yeah, man, it was a good time. And shout out to the toast to the general. That was pretty fun too. Man, my highlight of the night was Gary Kubiak, former Texans head coach, knew who I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he got out there, he was talking shit, about McClain and all that stuff, and having fun. And then after the show, I tried to introduce myself. He was right there. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "I know exactly who you are. What's going on, man?" And he's like, "Man, you do a good job on the show. I appreciate what you do, especially keeping Landry and Lopez in check most of the time and blah, blah, blah." So I was just like, damn, he knew who I was. That's crazy. So he's actually a loophole. He actually listened a lot. So
Yeah, look, man, you known in Houston, dog. You just gotta accept that, man. You know, you want public figures. Sylvester Turner got to make a Figgy Day. Okay,
Hey man, that's the
we don't.
goal, man. Hey, look, I mentioned that, and I actually mentioned that to Landry one time, and he kind of laughed at me. I'm like, man, he giving days to everybody.
Everybody, man.
I don't understand why I can't get one.
Mm-hmm.
I stay here over 10 years and do good in the city and all that stuff. I'm sure I could get one.
Oh, fuck it, dog. You like I said, you know and say, what up, Holly Richard worshiper? Coming through on Twitch chat. We see you, dog. Yeah, man. Look, you whatever application, because ESG got his day. Zero got, like, a lot of people be getting their days, man.
John McClane got a day.
John McClane got a day. Look, you should get a day too, dog. You're known in the city. You curate the vibes on the biggest radio show in town. And like, you're the reason why he got up there too, man. So shit, we need a Figgy Day. We go ahead and tweet Sylvester Turner and get in touch with his people. Say, hey, you need to make it happen, man. This dude's a good dude, and he done supplied the city with plenty of vibes throughout the years.
Yeah, so, man. So if you listening right now, or you watching this stream, man, just tag Sylvester Turner in the tweet.
Yeah, tell him. Let's get the movement started. Figgy Day, Figgy Day, Figgy Day,
Figgy Day, Houston or something.
Yes. We need a Figgy Day in Houston. We need to. It needs to be a holiday too. I want off work. But, I'm sorry, boss. It's Figgy Day. Yeah. So yes. Did anything new come out besides the Drake album that we should talk about first? I didn't hear no new music, man. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to listen to much, but off the top of the dome, Erica Banks, she dropped a I don't know if it's a project. I don't know if it's an album, a mixtape, or what, but she dropped a project called I want to say it's called Queen Flow or something like that.
Okay.
Miss Queen Flow, yeah. So she dropped something. I didn't get a chance to listen to that. Who else dropped? I'm trying to see. My algorithms ain't showing up at all. I got some motherfuckers.
I Deuce dropped something new.
Yeah, Deuce.
I didn't hear that, but yeah, check that out.
Yeah. Gucci Mane. He dropped something. Or I guess So Icy Gang, the re-up.
Okay.
So, yeah, so he dropped that. And Erica Banks is called Diary of the Flow Queen.
Diary of the Flow Queen. Okay.
Yeah. Kevin, I don't know if do we have any Kevin Gates fans? He dropped something. I'm not
Jasmine
really
liked him. So
okay. Yeah, I'm not really a Kevin Gates fan. I know Tab in the building. I think he liked Logic.
Oh God. You like Logic, Tab. Come on, man.
Yeah, Logic dropped something. MC8. He dropped something.
Still doing a damn thing.
Yeah, so if y'all want to check that out, let us know how you feel about it, and if we should check it out.
Yeah, y'all gotta do some homework too now and again. So let us know what you've been bumping this week, and we'll give it a listen as well. Yeah. But yeah, man, Tab is behind. Tab is gonna be driving the Figgy Day. I can already tell he's gonna be driving the Figgy Day social media movement. So you can trust us with you, sir. Appreciate your help in the campaign. So yeah, without further ado, I guess it's time to talk about this Drake album. And so
yes.
People, I guess we're gonna have to. Like I said, we about to get kicked out of Mob Ties. I don't know if we're gonna get Jay Prince back on the show, but we got to talk about it. We got to address it. And so for people who weren't aware of the buildup, nobody really knew this album was coming. Yeah. It happened, I want to say around noon Thursday. It started to circulate that Drake was dropping his 7th album at midnight. And of course, social media went into a frenzy. All the predictions started coming out. Oh, he gonna kill Kendrick. I heard something about, I don't even know if this is true. People said it was Kendrick's birthday and him dropping a bit.
It might have been because I think he is Gemini. So
What is
it might,
Kendrick Lamar's birthday?
yeah, it might, yeah. I think it might be his birthday. It might have been his birthday.
June 17th. So yeah, technically, yeah.
Yeah,
But
Friday,
it
June
just so
17th.
happened his birthday dropped on the day that everybody drops a streaming project. So I don't
Mhm.
know. But everybody, all the speculation was like, okay, Drake is gonna come out with an album that's gonna kill Pusha T and Kendrick and
Yeah.
cement himself as a top rapper.
Yeah, and I seen a couple of people say, "Oh, that Kendrick album was so mid. Drake decided to drop something real quick."
Yeah. And it seemed like all the stars were aligning, man. The Golden State Warriors had just won their 4th NBA championship. His boy, Steph Curry, got his first finals MVP, and Drake was dropping his 7th studio album. It seemed like a fucking holiday for light-skinned niggas. Okay. Everything you could want.
It was a good day for light-skinned niggas.
It was. So look, it was gonna be a national holiday, it seemed like, man. So it seemed like all the stars were aligning, and the album drops around midnight. Now I actually stayed, it was 11 o'clock our time, and I actually stayed up and refreshed Spotify until it came on, dog. That's how, because I was like, look, we gotta listen to this and break it down. I wanted an early jump before I heard the social media reactions to it. I wanted a fresh listen, you know. So I reload the album. It comes out, and I was shocked, to say the least. Shocked, but not too shocked at this point, because Drake is just he's just Drake at this point.
Yeah.
But so the album is about, I want to say, 14 songs long, 52 minutes in length, only has one feature in it at the very end, 21 Savage on Jimmy Cooks. So, Figgy, I'm gonna let you take all the Jay Prince flack and go first. What were your thoughts when you first listened to Drake's? First off, let's talk about the fucking album art, dog, okay? Because the album art came out first, and the album art is like that font that Mexicans used to love back in 2002. If you haven't seen it, if you remember back in the early 2000s, on every like Ford F-150, you would see like something in these type or fonts.
Yeah.
And it was that shit that Mexicans used to love.
It's a South Side or something.
Yeah. R.I.P. Jesus or some shit like that. So when I saw the album art, number one, I thought it was terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. Certified Lover Boy, I think, is still the worst album art of all time, maybe. But this might be a close second, or it might be tied.
Yeah, but even Bobby Fino, shout out to Arian Foster, friend of the show. He even tweeted and said Drake has some of the worst album art covers of all time, man.
I wanted to argue that, but then I looked back and thought about it, and I think actually he might be right. As far as like a major artist.
Yeah, he got 2 album covers that's all right. Like Take Care, I think is all right. It was another one. If you read this.
It was Take Care, and he said Nothing Was the Same. I guess the baby shit has been done to death.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But none of his album covers were like, oh shit. I think the Scorpion album cover was all right, but this is a major artist.
It was just a picture of him. So, because I remember when the Thank Me Later cover art came out, and everybody was dissing it. Everybody was like, that was his first album, and everybody thought it was kind of a joke, because the So Far Gone art was actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
And then he dropped his first album art, Thank Me Later, and it looked like something somebody threw together in Photoshop in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I remember that got dissed. Take Care, classic album art. And besides that, it's been rough for him, man. And this one, it was ugly, but I was like, I wanted to give Drake the benefit of the doubt, and I said, okay, maybe this is like gonna be some nostalgic sounding shit, maybe some boom, but maybe there was some method behind it. That's what I wanted to believe.
it kind of reminded me of like not quite the Cash Money cover,
Yeah.
but it was somewhat in the ballpark. So I thought it was gonna be a rap album.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody did, man.
I had no idea it was gonna be what we heard. Like the album cover and what's on the album don't even match.
Yes.
So I don't like it. Like it's still kind of crazy. I wish he could do an interview to explain why this art cover.
Yeah, I want an explanation for everything. I want to know why it's called Honestly Nevermind.
Yeah.
Is that did he know what reception it was going to get? So he was like, I don't know. Like I just don't understand anything about this album, man. I got to be honest. I want to hear an explanation for it. But we ain't gotten to the breakdown yet, man. So and by the way, for anybody who don't know yet, it is a dance album. It is not a rap album. There's one song with rapping on it, and the rest is dance hall, house, Afrobeat, whatever you want to call it. There's been a whole debate about that. It's not house music. It's not dance music. It's the Afro. Like who the fuck cares what it's called? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing that debate, but yes, it is under the dance category when you look it up on the streaming services. And it is entirely produced by a South African DJ by the name of Black Coffee, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, it is not a rap album. Therefore, we will not be doing a track-by-track breakdown, obviously, because this is not our forte, per se. And me and you listen to different type of music. So
yeah,
we're not,
I do too. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're not acting like, oh, it's bad because it's rap.
Yeah.
But it is something entirely left field for Drake. And without further ado, man, I want to hear what you think about it. I want to hear your first reaction and how you felt scrolling and going through the rest of the album.
Yeah, so my first reaction, so I was kind of like you. I kind of waited up a little bit. And unfortunately, it wasn't on Tidal yet. But people was posting a link on social media. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go to it. I hit the link and it took me to Amazon Music. And I forgot fucking Amazon even had music on there. So I went to Amazon Music and it gave me, you know how you hit something and only play like, I want to say a minute 15 of it. So I went to it and it was like this house music. So I'm thinking like, all right, okay, that's the first track. Or not the first intro ain't really nothing. It's like 15 seconds of nothing. So the second song, Falling Back, I'm thinking like, okay. I'm like, he's starting off like this. All right. So I went to the next one. Okay, damn. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay. I went to the next one. It's like you would have thought this album was a dubstep house version of his old album or something. So I'm thinking like, wait a minute. Like, is every song like this? So at this point, I'm going through everyone real quick, just hearing the beginning. And I'm like, damn, at this time, I'm at like number 10, track 10. I'm like, there's no rap songs on here. So I'm like, what the I'm like, is this real? So I started checking. I'm like, is this real? And so I kind of went to bed kind of confused. I'm like, man. And I mentioned how we gonna break this album down. And what the fuck you gonna break down for some, on house music? Ain't nothing to break down there. And especially if he's singing the whole time. So I'm like, damn. So I slept on it. I woke up the next morning, got in the car. I played it again. And I went into it with a different ear this time because last night I was expecting some raps. And, if you look at the titles of the songs, you thinking like Text Go Green, like, okay, it's probably going to be spicy, him blocking somebody or somebody blocking him. It's going to be some little spicy Drake or something. I'm just looking, I'm like, it should be something. And so, after last night, I went into it with a different ear. I'm like, you know what? This is, it's not fair to just grade him on it, him being a rapper and trying to, let me give him the benefit of the doubt. Let me grade it as a R&B, then whatever this album is, let me go off of this because I would listen to this type of music. I don't have a problem with this type of music, So I wanted to be fair and grade him on this type of music. And I'm listening. I'm just like, I don't know. It just don't sound right him doing this, man. Like maybe, I'm not hating or anything like that. Some of the songs was okay where, I can deal with it. But I'm guess to me, the only problem I had with this was the way it rolled out. Like it was a surprise album. Nobody knew anything about this album. He just said he dropping tonight. And the name of the album is Honestly Nevermind. So I came in here expecting a rap album and it wasn't a rap album. So I was a little disappointed. If he would have rolled out maybe, let's say a month ago and said, hey, I'm working on a dance album, then I would have had I probably would have been on board with it. I probably been like, okay, let me see what he's stepping outside the box. And our argument over the past few years about Drake is he always play it safe.
Yeah.
And to me, in my personal opinion, he did a couple songs like this before, but it's only like one or two songs. For him to do a whole album like this, I feel like he is stepping outside his box. Because, me, you, probably a lot more people wasn't expecting the dance album from Drake.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of respect him finally stepping outside of his box. But some of these songs, I'm just like, man, I don't know, man. I was a little disappointed that night. But today, the more I listened to it, I was just like, yeah, like, I don't know if I'll listen to it again. Maybe in a club or something. But this ain't the Drake I like. I always talked about Drake having a full-blown rap album. And maybe he might do it one day. I don't know, but this is the Drake I never want. I never wanted a full R&B album Drake. I damn sure didn't want a dance album Drake. But the only song to talk about, to be honest, is the Jimmy Cooks. And I like that song a lot. I think it's dope. 21 Savage killed it. I feel like he killed him on the song. I don't want to sit there and try to compare the two, but 21 Savage did his thing on that song. So the production on there was good. I really like that song, but a lot of people even was talking about the song Sticky. And I'm just like, like he kind of rapping on there, but I'm still not I'm still not sold on that song, man. But yeah, for people who not really into Drake, this probably really ain't gonna get you into Drake. And yeah, so this album wasn't for me at all. I have to be honest. So I gotta say this is Pigpen, man. I hate to do it. I hate to do it. I hate to do it, man. And I am happy that he did step outside his box to do something else, because that was my one criticism of him was him playing it too safe. But I'm glad he said, hey, I'm releasing my 7th studio album. He threw it out there under dance, whatever people want to say. So I'm glad he did that, man. I hope he do more stuff like that. As not dance music, but more stuff, experimenting and just putting his balls on the table, man, and saying, hey, I'm the biggest star in the world. Let me try this or let me try that. So I hope he do more of that. I hope he, do a full-blown album with DJ Premier or whatever the top producer is, hip-hop producer, and do a whole rap album. I hope he do more stuff like this. And maybe, we could talk about him, in a more respectable way, I would say, instead of saying, his stuff is mid or, whatever.
Yeah, man. And to be fair, he did announce apparently that he's gonna make a new Scary Hours project soon. Like he teased it on Instagram. Scary Hours is typically like Drake at his rapidy rappist, So I think that's gonna be released soon, maybe next week, as like an apology or let me fix my PR real quick for this album.
See, I don't like that, man. Like, look, like me and you probably don't like the album, but just stand on that shit, man. You the biggest star in the world. If you feel like putting a motherfucking dance album out, put a dance album out, man. Like, I don't like that type of stuff, man. And I get it if, you know, fans of Drake wanted to hear some rap and, you know, he wanted to please them too. But if you're the biggest star in the world and you felt like putting a surprise dance album out, just put it out there, man. Don't try to, I don't know, man, because he's the type of artist that try to please everybody.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna please everybody, man. So just stand on it, man. If you want to just put Scary Hours out, you know, when you want to, just do it. But don't do it because you get some backlash or something like that. And that's the same thing Eminem did. When Eminem got that backlash for the one album, I forgot what album that was. And then he put out another album the next couple weeks, a month or something, that was more rap and none of the, you know, Walking on Water featuring Beyonce. It's like, come on, man. Like, all right. Like, it to me, that show you that you're kind of sensitive and you care about what people saying out there. So you want to put something else out there to shut people up.
Yeah. And to be fair, that's what I thought was the type of time he was on, because in the album description on Apple Music, he basically mentioned how loyalty means more than him than a oh my and a fire emoji and shit like that. So it just seemed like this is the type of music he's feeling, and he didn't care about the reception of people being disappointed about the rap and whatnot. But now, I mean, look, everybody, no matter what anybody says, everybody cares about their perception. Nobody wants to be clowned on social media, no matter how big you are. Like it does get at you, especially the fact that Pusha T and Kendrick dropped this year. He don't, and as competitive as he is, you know, he don't want to be the one seen as the dude who dropped the biggest dud out of all of them. You know, so I'm sure on some level it does irk him that. So, and maybe it was always the plan. Maybe he always planned to drop a dance album and then drop some raps later on. Maybe that was always in the maybe this wasn't reactionary, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
if it's not, then I'm fine with it. If that's part of the blueprint, then I'm cool with it. But I just don't want it to be a reaction thing.
Yeah.
You know, people reacting to his shit and he feel like he got to put something else out. Like, no, if you wanted to put that out, put that out. Don't try to change the course when, you know, like if you felt like people, you know, people's gonna judge you for dropping this dance album, don't drop a dance album then. Like, just give the people what they want. Like, don't step outside your box then. So that's my only issue. If this was part of the plan, then, you know, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, and like we don't know, but like maybe he planned to drop something later on, and then it might get sped up because the reaction to this has been so negative. Tab asks, do y'all think Drake is actively staying away from the hardcore rap and music look? I mean, I think he kind of has to, on the account that he's about to be 36 years old, and I think he realizes that lane is going to be continually occupied by niggas younger than him, you know? Yeah. So there's only so, and like I said on CLB, I feel like Drake has run out of things to rap about. Yeah. Honestly, like, how long can you talk about your kid and fucking being rich and not trusting nobody and having no new friends except your day ones? Like, Drake has nothing else interesting to rap about. Let's be honest, man. At least Jay-Z could always fall back on the crack rap. Yeah. You know, but Drake don't even have that. All he can talk about is how he started from the bottom, how he used to eat ramen back in the day or whatever the fuck he'd be talking about. And now he's on top of the world. Like, he kind of run out of things to rap about, to be honest, man.
Yeah. And to be honest, Drake is not at that level of Jay-Z because Jay-Z don't have to put out anything ever again.
Yeah.
He's perfectly fine without music right now or probably forever. And whenever Jay-Z do drop something, it's on his accord. And I mean, he's not pressured to drop anything. I feel like Drake is still one of the best out there, and he's pressured to drop something. If
Yeah.
he can't go a couple years without nothing because people gonna be like, damn, like where he at? Where he at? I don't think people asking where Jay-Z is.
Yeah.
So I think Jay-Z is solidified as far as music. But yeah, he got to come up with something, and I'm sure it's tough for him.
Yeah, I mean Drake did just re-up a new deal. It was an absurd amount of money. I want to say like 400 million, some shit like that, something crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna keep putting out albums. Now, as far as how I felt about this album, look, man, I got to the intro and thought it was weird because usually Drake kill an intro,
Yeah.
and the intro is like really short and just goes by into the first song. I want to say it's called what, Falling Down or something. I
Yeah.
gotta look up. It's called Falling Back.
Falling Back.
Okay. So when I heard this song, I'm not gonna lie, dog. I straight up started laughing out loud. I had to play it for a second. Remind me how much I hated it. I started laughing out loud when I heard this song, dog, because not only was it clearly some dance hall type shit, but Drake was trying to sing his heart out, man. Like he was really trying to go for it vocally on this song, dog. And it sounded like a joke to me. I legit thought he was trolling us, man, because the vocal sounded so bad, dog. Like the high notes, Drake was punching out of his range clearly on this song, dog. The high notes he was trying to hit, I was like, does this nigga really think he's The Weeknd? Does he really think he has that kind of range, man? And the beat was fine for what it was. And that's my comment on the whole album, honestly. My issue is not the fact that it's a dance. Well, it kind of is because this is an album.
But I'm sure you, I mean, unless you have problems with dance music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I'm sure it's probably not the main issue.
Exactly. My issue is not the fact that he dropped a dance album or an album full of singing. My issue is that it don't sound good, man. Like vocally, and here's my thing too, dog. How long are we gonna keep entertaining the idea that Drake can sing?
Yeah.
That's my question. He is a good he can do melodies. He has the range for like a one dance type of song. That shit sounds good when he's not trying to harmonize too much, when he's not trying to hit the high notes like that.
Just he's not Chris Brown.
Yes.
He's not. I'll even throw Tory Lanez in there, man. I feel like Tory Lanez, he can actually get on a song and sing.
He can. Drake is just not that, man. He's never been that. He's never been a good singer.
Yeah.
I knew that back when, I want to say the first time I saw him perform a singing song live. I want to say he did what was that first song? Find Your Love. And he was performing it, I want to say live on Ellen or some shit, some daytime talk show. And he had a dude who was like doing all the vocals for him on stage with him. I'm sure this performance has been scrubbing the internet. I'm sure you can't find it no more, but I saw it and I was like, dog, Drake really can't sing live, which means he can't sing.
Yeah.
So, and like he can create a nice R&B vibe type of song. But
he can make R&B songs.
Yes. A full-on album of this is just too much, man. Like these beats would have sounded better with someone who could sing.
Yeah.
Which makes me think maybe OVO just needs a real singer on the team that Drake can just write for.
They had some, man. They had The Weeknd. They had a couple singers, man.
Yeah. Drake done took all the songs, so he had to leave. So
Party Next Door.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's my issue, is it don't sound good, dog. Like Drake as a singer just doesn't work as far as only being in singing mode, because you listen to these beats and say, well, it would have sounded better if somebody else was singing. And lyrically, it's the same shit Drake always sings about, man. Oh, I got a new bitch, my ex. Oh, I know you feel bad now, don't you? I gave you like every song got to be about this shit. He got to subliminally diss his ex-girlfriend. Ooh, dog, it's been 20 years of this bullshit, man. Like, can we get something new about how you hitting up a girl because you miss her? You got a new girl, so you're saying goodbye to your old one. She shouldn't have did what she did. Blah blah. You need loyalty. Like the same tired subjects on every song, dog.
Yeah.
And that's getting annoying. And it's just it was a bad, like, look, I said CLB would go down as his worst album when we reviewed it. I was clearly wrong here. This is by far Drake's worst album. I'm shocked that he put it out as an album. We're getting to the point where his legacy is being affected by his recent output. I gotta be honest, man. Like, you're moving down the list now at this point.
So
with these last two releases.
So the streams and the sales don't really play into play when you think about it?
Not at all. Because here's the thing, man. Like, people always gonna listen to Drake first day or first week. Because that's all social media talks about when he drops. So same thing with CLB. That was all people talked about. And of course, people who don't listen to rap or listen to that type of music are going to say, oh, what's everybody listening to? Oh, I have Spotify. It's free. Might as well check it out. You don't compare that to going to the record store, going to Best Buy on Tuesday, a work day or a school day, and buying Blueprint. Okay? You don't I don't compare the fucking streams to when people were really selling albums back in the day. But that's all in a discussion.
Yeah, that's the one thing that kind of that's why I kind of roll my eyes at the streams, because shit, people around the station can say, "Oh, I see everybody talking about this. Let me see what they're talking about," and give it a whole listen. So so that don't mean anything. That those same people wouldn't go to the store to buy the album because everybody talking about it. They ain't spending no $12.99 on it. So. Yeah, but that's one thing that suck about the little streaming apps. Anybody can just go check it out, and then that can help the artist.
Exactly. So I don't compare it, man. Nobody got Spotify or Apple Music for Drake albums. Okay, you got it for the entire selection of albums they got on there, man. So to equate streams to real, legit physical sales is impossible. That's why streams never meant shit to me, man, at the end of the day. But look, that being said,
so the 2 billion streams that broke Apple Music records don't mean anything to you?
Like, look, I'll give it to the fact that in this era, he's like the most streamed artist.
Yeah.
That's years of work. And Drake was here before the streaming era. So I give him props for becoming the biggest artist in the world. Or one of the biggest artists in the world. I'll give him the props for getting there. But at this point, you in cruise control mode, dog. Everybody gonna check a new Drake, okay? Because of what you did before. And so everybody gonna check for him. And the fact that it was in a different category, which brings me to another conspiracy theory. I wonder if he dropped this dance album just for the clout of being a rapper with the top selling dance album too. Okay. I wonder if he wants to get a Grammy for a dance album so he can prove his versatility in the GOAT conversation.
So is this like Kanye dropping a gospel album and winning gospel album of the year or something?
Kind of, but at least I feel like that Kanye's gospel album is what type of time he was on, legit.
Yeah.
And I don't think he really cared about winning the gospel album of the year.
Yeah. And then remember, it was people back then saying he just doing it for clout or something like that.
Yeah.
I think he was really into that shit.
He was having church sessions every week.
Yes,
man.
he was in church, man. That take a lot. If you just doing stuff for clout, man. If he was doing all that for clout, I salute him, because a lot of people might make a gospel album or something like that, but they ain't about to go to church and make a church service and open up his own church, all this other stuff. They ain't have a choir. They ain't about to do all that, man. So he was really on that type of time.
He was. Something for clout is like when Snoop changed his name to Snoop Lion and did like reggae music for a hot minute.
Yeah,
that was just something he did to do.
Snoop released the Church album at one point. So yeah, it wasn't even like that.
Exactly. So yeah, part of me wonders if Drake just wants to add to his already huge collection of accolades as an artist and wants to prove he's more than a rapper. And this was part of it. But and Tab says Kanye's doing it for the money. And I mean, maybe, but Kanye already had a shitload of money before he went. Like, honestly, he would have made more money doing the shit he was doing before.
Yeah.
Like Life of Pablo type shit.
Yeah. If he would have made that, what's the My Twisted Dark Fantasy or whatever that album is? If he made a part 2, I think he would have made more money and got more attention.
Exactly. I'm not saying he's not doing anything for money. Like, of course, everything is gonna come back to that. But I did feel like spiritually, this is where he was at, and he wasn't just looking for a hustle, because there was easier ways to hustle money out of people than doing this type of shit.
He could have made a single, like just a radio single, and had his song on the radio a bunch of times, and made money like that. But it was like the album he put out, especially, I'm not talking about Donda, but the Jesus is King album. That album was rough, man. Like, you can listen to that album going to church or something, or you could play it in church, but that album was rough. Like, who was gonna play that on the radio?
Exactly.
Like, so I think that was a big flop right there, because that you couldn't get no radio spins off of that. And Donda was a little different because he opened up a little more, and he had a couple radio songs on there.
Yeah. He was really into that Sunday service shit, and he was really in like I said, there was easier ways. Like, he's always been a guy who's low key trying to destroy his career. When he makes an album like Yeezus, that is clearly not going to be accepted by hip hop or get in any major radio play at all. And then he does shit like the Jesus is King album, which instead of gospel albums, is not going to do anything chart wise. So
but see, even looking at Kanye's career, his whole career, he always been stepping outside the box, trying something different. So even though we don't care for the Yeezus album, he did step out and try some shit like that.
He did,
and he was experimenting. He was experimenting with that. He experimented with 808s and heartbreaks. So he was like stepping outside the box. And he just that's the one thing I respect about it. He didn't, step outside the box and then try to say, "Oh, let me make a college dropout for my fans and all that." Whatever he put out, that's what you got.
Mm-hmm.
And people accepted that. So that's why I hope Drake just kind of just throw something out there and just say, "Hey, this is my bag right now," and just own up to it. I don't want them to try to, let's put a little 4-pack out to try to satisfy everybody else. Man, like, I'm gonna be a little disappointed, man, because
I think it's coming.
Yeah, I hope that ain't the reason why. I hope that was already in the plan before he released this. Because look, man, he one of the biggest stars out there. Just own up to that shit, man. Just like have that Kanye type of mentality of, I'm working on this. I'm gonna throw this out there. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? I don't feel like rapping right now. And I think that's the same thing, even look at somebody like Andre 3000. This dude, he ain't give a shit about what fans thought. He wanted to make the
he low key did too, because that's the whole era where he was doing all the remixes, trying to remind people he was still a rapper. I think he low key kind of wanted the rap fame back too, man. But I understand what you're saying. Okay. I think to an extent. I don't think it was like the driving force behind that, but I do feel like that little mini run was just him establishing himself as a rapper again after the Love Below was received like it was. So but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I think even with the Love Below, he dropped that. He didn't, I feel like he didn't feel the pressure to put something else out there again.
Yeah.
To satisfy other people. He just owned up to it. That was, he even talked about how that album pissed some niggas in the hood off.
Mm-hmm.
So he just kind of, stayed on it, man. I think Drake, he a big enough star where he could do shit like this. I just think once you try to satisfy everybody, that's when you start looking like Eminem, unfortunately, trying to, do what people want you to do. Just do what you want to do, and people will fall in line with it.
Yeah. Nelson, who on Twitch says Drake made an album for they them. I mean, yeah, kind of. Like, dog, look, I'm sure this shit gonna bang on Montrose. I'll say that much, man.
It's
gonna bang a third. But that brings me to a great, because look, I have a lot people defending this album. Look, if you like it, I have no problem with it. Yeah. But the hoops people are jumping through to explain this album or explain why we are the lame ones for not liking it is what's getting on my nerves. One thing that you brought up was a Kanye comparison, because I've been hearing that too. People saying Drake stepped outside the box. People just mad at him for doing something different. Again, it's not the case. Look, say what you want about Yeezus, but Yeezus was a real experimental album. Okay? That shit was a definition of experimental. It didn't sound like anything we had been hearing at the time, for better or worse.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is music that's already existing and popular. Okay,
he's not experimenting. I would say, look, he made a song similar to this before.
Yeah,
so it's not like his first time ever doing this.
Mm-hmm.
This is his first time having a full album like this. So I wouldn't even say this is him experimenting. This is just him making a whole bunch of passion fruit songs.
Yes. And that's what, like, look, it's not like he did this not knowing people will like it or not. He thought, look, this is music that's banging in clubs. It's music that people already are into.
Yeah.
Okay. So stepping outside the box, I don't buy that. Like, look, this is part of Drake's box too. He just stepped fully in this one box because he's usually in many boxes.
Yeah, I think the perfect example is look at Sway Lee and Ray Sherman, how they made the one song. I forgot the one song with French, Unforgettable, the song with French Montana. After that, he started making a whole bunch of them, where his whole album, I think Sway Lee's whole album was pretty much that.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't like he was just trying to experiment something different that nobody ever did. Like, no, he had one song that worked. So he figured I'm gonna just do a whole album like this. So it's not, I think it's stepping outside the box for his terms because he never really had a whole album like this, but it wasn't like he tried this South Africa type of sound that nobody ever heard or used. And, say I'm gonna do this, or even with Kendrick, man, to Pimp a Butterfly. I felt like that was something different that we never really heard in a hip hop album that much. I feel like that was stepping outside of the box and taking a risk. And, this one, he just made a whole bunch of passion fruits.
Yeah. And that's one thing I noticed about Drake. Like, he likes to take things that are existing, but maybe not super mainstream, and get the credit for changing the era of music. When really it was shit that was already there. Like when he jumps on Amigos track and you get the credit for blowing them up when they was gonna blow up regardless, dog. So shit like that is something he's notorious for. Another thing that's been bothering me is the defense of people saying, well, it is not for you if you don't go outside. It's not for you if you don't dance. It's not for you. It's for you. This is your fault for expecting a rap album. Look, this is where we're in. Y'all are complaining about not having enough dance songs. So it's on you if you don't go outside. And another thing I'm really starting to hate, if you got to concoct fantasy scenarios of how an album gonna sound good, just think about that for a second, because it probably mean it don't sound that good. Charlamagne did this too. He was on Breakfast Club this morning, And he basically said some shit like, well, this is good hotel lobby music when you got one button open and you got slippers with no socks on and you at the hotel lobby having drinks or you're on the beach. Like, look, if you got to explain an album by saying, oh,
Yeah.
if I was on a beach in Cabo with a bad bitch and I got flip-flops on and I just had my third mimosa and just had a pedicure and a manicure and had my facial done and I'm basking on a yacht.
Yeah.
Look, dog, ain't nobody living like that. Okay? So if you got to explain a fancy situation where this album is going to sound good, just think nobody else gets that excuse. Okay?
Yeah.
Nobody else gets that excuse. When Magna Carta Holy Grail dropped, I rightfully called that shit trash. Okay? Maybe it sounds good at an art gallery. I don't fucking know, dog. But it sounded bad for a rap album.
Rocket, you got to be into art to understand the album, man. You got to be rich.
If you don't really own Tom Ford, then you can't relate, okay?
See, y'all broke niggas don't understand this.
If you don't have any,
just say that. If you broke, just say that.
If you don't dance, just say that, okay? Like, look, man.
The funny part is when they try to go to the stream, like, oh, all y'all do is listen to Pusha T and talk about selling crack and stuff.
Y'all want him to sound like Griselda? Like, nigga, no. We know what Drake sound like, dog, and we know what good Drake music sounds like, okay?
Yes.
They always go to the extremes, like y'all just stuck in 94 and want to hear crack beats over crack rhymes. Like, come on, dog. It always goes to that. It always goes to, if you don't like this Drake shit, you must be a lame that gets no hoes, okay?
Yeah.
Like, dog. He is a rapper who dropped a dance album. We can critique it as a dance album and we can critique him as a rapper, okay? Look, we are basing him based off his past output. And that's completely fair for a veteran in the game. And if it don't sound good, look, I feel, and that's my biggest issue, I feel like on both areas is trash. As a house album and as an album from a rapper.
Exactly. So, like, if we want to judge this off a house album, is this better? Like, obviously I'm not a diehard house fan. Is this better than like Swedish Mafia? What's that Swedish Mafia group? I forgot the name of that.
Kaytranada, I've heard that too. Comparisons, like, come on, man. There's better ways to consume this type of music.
Yes. Is it better than David Guetta? Or, do we put him up there with that? So it's just like, I don't like, nah, man. I don't know, man. Like, we don't have to defend all of this shit, man. Like, it's cool to say, hey, he was just experimenting, so it is what it is.
Or it's cool to just say you like it, okay?
Yeah.
Like, it's fine to like it. Be like, hey, I understand how it ain't everybody's cup of tea, but I like it. That's fine, man. But to explain it, even fucking Questlove is falling into this bullshit, man. He's like, well, for us DJs, this is a fire album. Like, nigga, how many DJs are there in the world versus how many casual listeners who consume music, okay? I don't care if this shit gonna pop at a fucking New York City fancy schmancy club at 2 a.m. with a fucking raid going on or some shit, dog. I don't care about that, okay? Drake is a mainstream artist who dropped a mainstream album, his 7th album. 7. He only has 7 albums that exist, okay? He dropped this as an album, and we're going to give our opinions on it, man. He called himself the best. People think he's the best in the game. If you carry that crown, people gonna judge you. Same thing with LeBron. If people think you the GOAT, if he called himself the GOAT.
Yeah.
If you call yourself the GOAT, people can judge you when you don't live up to that.
Yep. And that's exactly, I said that early on. Once you get to a point where you say, I'm the best in the game, we have all the rights to critique you on what type of music you make. And you only make this type of music. You're not versatile. We have the right to do all that. Remember I said that with Meg, how people were saying, oh, she only make, talk about sex and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Until she say, hey, I'm the best female rapper in the game, or I'm the best rapper in the game, then like it ain't no point of trying to critique her, man. She's staying in her lane right now. Like until the day she say, "Hey, I'm the best in the game," then you can sit there and say, "Oh, she only make this type of music. When she gonna, branch off? When she gonna do this, do that?" Then I respect that. But how you know she don't want to just only make that and just stay in the lane, make her money? So Drake, unfortunately, he feel like he the best in the game. So he got to take some of that criticism whenever he drops something. That's what some of the best people at anything, sports, whatever. That's what they go through. People gonna say, "Oh, he ain't the best." You gotta go through that.
Yeah, and like you said, man, on some degree, I respect the don't give a fuckness. Because I feel like Drake is smart enough to know how people would feel about this album. So part of me does respect the fact that he's like, "Fuck it, this is the type of time I'm on." But still, like I said, man, this album just is not even a good house album to me. Like the vocals are just too weak. Some songs don't even sound like like I said, the first song, "Falling Back," I felt like they didn't mean to put that out. I was like, did 40 forget to add some of the fucking vocal magic he does to make Drake sound like a good singer? Because it was a mess, man. Tab says you gotta know Basquiat to appreciate Magna Carta Holy Grail. Yeah, man. If you don't have no Warhols on your walls,
y'all niggas broke if you don't like it.
Yep. If you don't like if you ain't got no Picassos, you can't relate to Picasso, baby. Okay. It ain't my fault you broke. Okay. This is why Jay-Z selling Bitcoin and Marcy projects. Okay, he's trying to lift y'all up. So I have nothing else to say about this album, man. It is clearly by far to me Drake's worst album. And we'll see what he does from here, man. Like, part of me respects the bravery. I did notice he had no promo when CLB had fucking billboards taken out, ESPN commercials, and he dropped this with no warning at all. So part of me wonders if he was even that confident in it. But who knows, man? Who knows what Drake's thinking? I don't know. I'm confused. I want to hear an explanation. And I think he did speak. Let me pull up some quotes real quick because he did say something about it. And I got to scroll through my fucking likes, man. I forgot if I even saved this shit. He said, it's all good if you don't get it. That's what we do. We wait for you to catch up. We're already here, though. We caught up already. On to the next. Okay. So if you got that mentality, I better not hear no rap album come out next week, okay?
Yeah.
If you on to the next and you wait for us to catch up, then I better not hear no apology rap album come out soon. Stand on it, like Figgy, like you said. Stand on the shit.
Just own
That's
that
what
shit.
type of time you on.
Yep. It's funny because my shout out to my barber Rivers, man. He tweeted, we was talking about it a little bit. He tweeted and said, the young man's talent is to recreate regional sounds on the pop level, just enough to claim homage.
Yeah.
And he has the charisma to get away with it.
Yep.
Then I replied, I said, that's the most polite way I ever heard anyone say he be jacking everyone's stuff.
Yeah, swagger jacking. Yeah.
So
cultural appropriation.
And so him saying, if you don't understand it, we ahead of you type thing. I'm paraphrasing what he said. I think this stuff been out for a long time.
Exactly.
Man. Some of the stuff at the beginning of the podcast, I played some stuff that's actually on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Dua Lipa got a song with Elton John that's that's similar to what he got on his album. And so it's not like we never heard this type of music before. To me, that's like me getting up there deciding to make a country album and say, hey, we just way ahead of the game. Y'all be there, and we'll be far along gone. Like it's it's house music. House music been around for a long time, man. So some of the biggest artists been doing house music for years, man. Swedish House Mafia. I think it's Swedish House Mafia. They've been making music for a long time, man. David Guetta been making music for a long time. So this ain't like brand new or something. Yeah, like he discovered the Migos flow or something. Like, damn.
Yeah, so that's what's confusing to me. Like I said, it's not an experimental album, but yeah, I gotta agree with the Pigpen status, man. We gotta hate to do it to our Mob Ties brother.
Hogs, the pigs.
Yeah, well, this is Pigpen status. Pigpen mentality. Hate to do it to Drake, man, because it's our two whack releases in a row, in my opinion. But
if you can listen to one album, which one would it be? CLB or
CLB without a doubt, man. At least fucking CLB has Champagne Poetry on it. I like that song. Yeah, there's a couple of songs I could go back to on CLB. There's no dog. I never want to hear this album again in my life. Just honestly, never mind. I can't even imagine scrolling and clicking on another song in it ever again. Like I don't want to hear it again ever, dog. I never felt that way about a new album from a major artist like that, but I don't want to hear it ever again.
Yeah. See, it's tricky because if I was let's say I was listening to a playlist that had house music on it, and one of these songs pop up on there, I probably wouldn't change it. I wouldn't be like, what the fuck is this? But like I said, it's Drake, and he dropped a surprise album, and it's like, what the hell is this? Imagine, so we're gonna talk about Beyonce in a little bit, but she announced her album. Just imagine this album was full blown country or something, like real country, not Georgia Florida line or whatever that is. Real full blown country. I will probably be a little disappointed, especially if she didn't give us the heads up or nothing. I will be a little disappointed. So I think that's how I feel about this. I'm a little disappointed. I expect, I always want to hear rapping Drake. But
same here.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed, and I don't know. Maybe it would be a good album later on, but I'm not feeling
2045 when all rap is dead and we just listen to techno all day. Maybe it'll age gracefully, but I don't see it, man. I just disappointing album from the biggest artist of our time. So we'll see.
I think the other thing is, I think he should have had a better rollout for it, man.
Yeah.
Like if it was,
but then to be fair, it would have been like, now thinking about it, it would have been worse if he built up expectation for it and then rolled this out. So maybe I understand.
But see, I think if he would have just went all the way in with it and said, "Hey, I'm doing a house album. I'm about to be overseas the whole time, and I'm about to be shaking hands and doing videos with David Guetta or Swedish Mafia Band, whatever the name of that group is." I keep messing that name up, but if I'm with them the whole time and I'm just in the house music vibe, like then I could kind of understand. It's like, okay, we know what he's doing. Because same thing Kanye did with the gospel album. He was kind of building up to it. We knew he was doing. He had the choir and all that stuff. Maybe part of his rollout could have been, fake DJing at a big ass festival or something, and doing some house music type shit. And then it could have been like, okay, I see what he's doing. Then maybe I would have been super excited for it. I don't know, but it just coming out of nowhere with this is not good, man.
I agree. Hold that thought though, man. Quick intermission. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick, and we'll continue talking about this and other things. But hold on 1 second, dog.
Shout out to everybody that's on the stream right now. Tab. We got who else we got in here? We got Holly Rachel Worshipper. What's good? Nelson _who watching on Twitch. What's good? My man Rocket drinking all that damn water. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, this album, man. I wasn't a fan of this album at all. I tried to grade it on different ears. I tried to put my house music ears on. but it wasn't doing it for me. It was not doing it for me. But yeah, we got some. What else we gonna talk about today? We're gonna talk about the freshman list, the double XL freshman list. Friend of the show, Ken the Man. She made it on the list, so shout out to her. And she they played her song on P Valley, which is a big deal. What else? Beyonce got she announced the album, so we gonna discuss that. Sup, Tab? He said, "Yeah, I have to listen to it." But yeah, good time for a little Drake album, man. Gave us a little something to talk about.
I'm back. My bad, man. But to your last point, man, I do agree with it. And I was actually thinking about this too. I was thinking like how could Drake have made this album work? And part of me felt like if he did it, like let's say he gave a bunch of tracks to different house DJs around the world, and they just started playing it during their set. And people were like, wait, what the fuck? Is this Drake? And then word would start going around. Does Drake have a new album out that nobody knows about? Does Drake have is Drake a house artist now? Like that would have been a good build-up, like have some mystery behind it. Like, what is this new Drake? What is going on here? And then unveil the album like that.
Yeah, I think it should have been something like that. I think if we would have got a video of him performing one of these songs over in Europe on a big stage, while let's say somebody like Black Coffee is DJing or something, it would have been like, oh shit, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then the rumors would have been circulating, oh shit, he got a house album. And then, if he would have just focused on that, because let's be real, that, house music is way more popular overseas than it is here. So I think it would have been only right to start it off over there and then build it up and then release it and then come over here type thing.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that would have at least built up some mystique and people wouldn't know what was coming. But to drop it cold like this, I think was the worst way to do it.
This is like a guy coming in out of nowhere with a wig and a dress on, man.
Exactly.
It's just like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, if you would have given me a heads up or something, I would have been thrown off guard or something.
Yeah. Holly Rachel Worshipper asked, was this Drake album filler between real joints? I mean, you could think that, but the fact that it was released as an album tells me no, because Drake has had plenty of filler projects that have filled the time between his real albums. He only has 7 albums, but he's had projects like More Life. He's had If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. He's had the project with Future, What a Time to Be Alive. He had Dark Lane demo tapes, what I think it was his last good work was Dark Lane demo tapes. He's had projects to fill the time between his real albums. So to drop this as his real, actual 7th album is confusing to me, because he could have easily dropped this as like a experimental project or some project that he was just doing. But the fact that this will go down in time in his discography as his 7th album is ridiculous, man. It's wild to me.
Yeah.
But that's what he chose.
Yeah. Yeah. So. And everybody out here defending it.
Yeah.
We don't know music. All we listen to is rap. And people that don't know me, look, man, I listen to all type of shit. Rap, honestly, man, rap is probably the last thing I listen to at this point. I'll be listening to all the indie music. I listen to this white band called Foxygen. Like, I'm into all type of random shit. So it's not like a thing where I'm, all I listen to rap music and, I don't listen to nothing else and I just stay in the house. I'm open to anything. I'm open to people experimenting. But this, I don't know, it just came out of nowhere. I think it would have helped if he had a little build up to it, some type of
Yeah.
creative build up, not just posting saying I'm doing a house album. But
Yeah.
if he actually like, if he was out and about and loved this thing called house music, and let me get in the studio with some of these house producers, I would have been like, okay, I see, you know, he around people, so I kind of understand. But this is, I don't know, this was crazy, man.
Yeah. But, you know, Drake was busy, though. He had to win the championship in the basketball league he created.
Oh,
So, look, he had obligations, okay? He's a
Is that the
baller,
one-
too.
Is that the one with J. Cole?
No, that's not. But
Oh,
I
okay.
heard J. Cole is back playing basketball. He had a
in
career high 3 points, I think, the other day. So, yeah, shout out to J. Cole, still trying to chase the hoop dreams.
Yeah.
But at least, look, at least J. Cole playing in a real league. Like, did you see that video of Drake celebrating the championship? They was popping champagne. And this is the league that Drake created and is running. And he won the championship for like the third year in a row. Okay.
This is, you know what this remind me of? I don't know if you watched Narcos, like the first two episodes, not episodes, but seasons of Narcos.
Yeah, I did.
Where Pablo was fucking playing soccer in the backyard with some of the best soccer players in the world. And they was pretty much letting them win. And it's like, duh, like that's fucking Pablo Escobar. If he don't fucking win, he might fucking kill you or something.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well let him win.
Yeah, like nobody really defending Drake, okay? Nobody's fucking posting him up. Nobody's fucking dunking over him, okay?
Yeah.
He might get kicked out the compound.
He can, y'all.
Yep. But Drake, at least J. Cole, as silly as he's being, he's actually going to real leagues and trying to play. Right now, he is playing in the Canadian Elite Basketball League, and he is on the Guelph Nighthawks. So, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Africa, but hey, Canada, I don't give a shit. Okay, go ball with them. But yeah, at least he's trying in like a league he don't run. So I respect that. But Drake, I don't know what the fuck he was doing there, dog. He was popping champagne like he was Kobe. I'm like, nigga, these are your employees you're playing against, okay? Like, so yeah, but good. Yeah, Drake is busy. He had things to do, okay? Yeah. But yeah, that's all we got to say about the album, man. Check it for yourself if you're really curious, but just beware, be warned what you're getting into. And it
might hit a little different on Montrose.
It might. Hey man, when you driving down that across that Rainbow Bridge on 59, 3:00 at night, you a little tipsy, and fucking you got a glow stick in your trunk that just fucking won't go out. Maybe it hit different, dog. I don't know, man. Yeah. Maybe it hit different in the club when you overseas in Dubai and you got like he's chilling with a Saudi prince and maybe it hit different, okay? But in your headphones when you driving to your 9 to 5, I don't think you're gonna feel it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say that much.
This ain't no gym music.
It definitely ain't no damn gym music. It definitely ain't no get ready to go to work music. I don't know what it is, man, but it's just it's whack. I gotta just say that it's whack. But so yeah. Let's get into topics, man. A lot happened this week. First off, let's shout out friend of the show, Ken the Man. Because Ken the Man made the XXL freshman class of 2022. Yeah.
Yeah, where my
Give it up. Get the applause. Get the applause button, man.
Yeah, let's go. Ken the Man.
There we go. Ken the Man, friend of the show, who now is probably too big to do the show again. You know, but at least we got her, man. Okay. At least Figgy, props for that. Because we tried to get Megan Thee Stallion before she really blew up. We couldn't do it. At least we got Ken the Man. But yes, Ken the Man was part of the 2022 freshman class in XXL. Other people in the list are baby. Okay, first off, let's do our annual game where we have to
Do you know this person?
name.
Or no?
Have you heard this person
This
before?
person. Yeah,
Okay, Baby Tron.
Baby
heard
Tron.
him?
I never heard of him.
I've heard of Baby Tron. I've heard a couple songs. I'm not a fan, but I've heard of him. Young people be fucking with him, man. I know that much, but I'm really not a fan. Cochise. Heard of him?
Cochise. I heard it. I think I heard of Cochise. I can't name no songs, but I think I heard of Cochise.
I've heard of Cochise as well. I like his music, man. He got some good songs with a snot and all that shit. Tell Him is a good song. I like his shit. I like it slow better than regular speed, but I like Cochise. Saucy Santana.
Yep. Yep. We heard the Saucy Santana.
You about to say, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's homophobic.
I can't name no songs, but
yeah, me neither.
Yeah. I know her as Young Miami's and City Girl's best friend.
Yeah. Yeah. That man. Yeah. I've heard of Saucy Santana. I'll just leave it there. Babyface Ray.
I heard the Babyface Ray. Shout out to Detroit.
Yep. I heard of him too. Ken the Man, of course. Fago.
Speaking of Ken the Man, he was featured on P Valley.
Oh, okay.
She was on they played her song on P Valley, and DJ Chose was on P Valley too.
Oh, nice.
That was a big deal. So shout out to her. But
that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see them blow up, dog. Because I could tell when we had her on, she had like an entire team. Like, you probably can't tell in the video because they was hidden, but she had like an entire team on.
She had like 5 motherfuckers on the video, man.
Yeah, she had a whole team with her during that interview. So I could tell when you got that many people behind you on an interview, then you got a team that's positioning you for success. So shout out to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get her back on sometime in a few weeks or whatever.
Yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. I'm pulling for you, dog. But I think she might be out of here. Hopefully I'm wrong. I think she might be out of here now, though. Fago, you heard of him?
I haven't heard of Fago. No.
I've heard of Fago. I can't think of any songs though, but I've heard of the name. I've heard of him. Big Scar.
I heard a bit Scar. I think he signed up to Gucci or did some songs with Gucci Mane.
Okay. Yeah. I've not heard of Big Scar, I'll admit. Big 30.
Big 30. I never heard of Big 30.
Me neither. It's getting kind of hard here. Casey, Kaycyy.
I never heard of Casey.
Me neither. Doechii, Doechii.
I never heard. I never heard of Doechii.
Kali, Kali.
Nope.
I heard of Kali Uchis. So I don't know who the fuck.
Yeah, that ain't Kali Uchis. Was light skinned. I don't even know she black. But
yeah. And last, Nardo Wick. I think we both heard of Nardo Wick, man. He had one of the biggest songs last year with that Who Wants Smoke.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Probably the biggest known name on that list is Nardo Wick. But so shout out to a friend of the show, Ken the Man. Congratulations to everybody who made the list.
Yeah.
Some good picks, man. Some people I fuck with, some people I haven't heard of, but I mean, I can't say it's.
I can't wait to hear Ken the Man spit.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a good cipher. She's gonna kill it.
Yeah, she's an underrated rapper, man. She be going in, man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, I think she's gonna kill it, man. I'm excited for the cipher. Also, red alerts. All men gotta go somewhere for a while. We gotta hide next month because Beyonce is dropping her new album. She announced the album is called. I already forgot what it's called. The album is called Renaissance Part 1. And it is dropping on July, I want to say 29th. I gotta look up I should have had this shit pulled up already. Okay, it is dropping to July 29th, and it is called Renaissance. So I think it's like part 1 or something. So yeah, Beyonce out of nowhere.
Yeah, I have no clue what this album gonna sound like.
I don't think anybody does, man. Like, look, I've been wondering where she can go after that whack ass album she dropped with Jay-Z. Okay. Nobody wants to hear about how happy. That's what I'm saying. Like, her Lemonade was like peak Beyonce for her fans. Okay. Because that's some shit everybody can relate to. Heartbreak, betrayal, I hate niggas type shit. But nobody want to hear uplifting, I'm in love with my billionaire husband type music that she was on with that Everything Is Love album.
Yeah.
And people already don't like Jay-Z. Okay. Her fans don't like Jay-Z. I've already heard people saying, please keep that nigga off the album. I've heard her fans clamoring for it. So interesting to see. I don't know this album gonna sound like. I don't know where is she gonna go. Interesting. She announced it a month ahead. No surprise drop this time, but I don't know. Will we get a single before it comes out? Will anything happen? I don't know. Who knows? Well, what are your predictions, Figgy?
Man, I'm kind of curious. I wouldn't even say I have any predictions, but I'm kind of curious because her last album, like her real album, was Lemonade, right?
Yeah.
I want to say that was like her real album, and it sounded real trappy. So I'm curious, is she going to stick with that, or is she going to get more into her R&B bag, or because remember she was rapping a little bit. So I wonder, is she going to stick with that? Is she going to go do kind of what Solange was doing at one point? I'm kind of curious, where she going to go with this, because me personally, I mean, she going to do numbers regardless. But me personally, I feel like I don't want to hear no more of the Beyonce trappy type sound, the sing rap type thing. So I'm kind of curious where she's gonna go with this. I wouldn't mind a full blown R&B. I guess I don't want to say Jhené Aiko type of sound, but I wouldn't mind hearing a full blown R&B album, man. Like, she haven't given us one of those in a long time. So I feel like, we talk about, people like Drake and Kanye, how they could just step outside the box and do something. I want to see her, get back into the full blown R&B sound. So, but I don't know if she's gonna do that, man.
Yeah, I have no idea where she's going with this, and it's called Act 1 Renaissance, which reminds me of like Jay Electronica's projects, where he was like doing Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. So maybe this means there'll be multiple albums in 1 year.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You think there's gonna be more of a I guess Black Power type feel to it?
Maybe,
because it's
Renaissance. It could be, man. Renaissance. Maybe the next part's Revolution or some shit. Is Rhythm Nation sounding or something? I don't know. I don't know where she's going with this, man. Maybe it's gonna be one album of mainly like pop hits and another album of like more R&B type shit. But I don't know, man. Maybe once she drop a rap album, who knows? Beyonce is a mystery, man. Who knows where she gonna go with this? But I do feel like she's at a crossroads in her career, kind of, where it's like nobody knows where she's gonna go next. But I don't know, man. We will see. Look, I'm not no Beyonce fan, I'll admit. So I can't say I'm gonna listen to the album necessarily, but I will want to see the timeline thoughts on it. And yeah, we will see where she goes with this new album and what she does. Do you think Blue Ivy will be on it?
I think so, man. I think so. I would say it's a 50-50 chance for sure that she's on it. Blue Ivy look like a rock star right now.
Yeah,
man.
She getting grown. I saw her at the game with Jay-Z. She looked like a member of the Revolution.
Yeah.
Leather coat on. I'm like, okay.
Man, I don't really be commenting on people kids and stuff like that, but she look badass, man. Like, I don't know where she gonna be when she grow up, she gonna be something badass. Like I could see her just making an appearance somewhere as a grown, as you know, somebody over 18 or something. Just you know, I don't know if she gonna do music or what, but she looked like a badass. And you know, early on, I was confused with the name Blue Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like Blue Ivy fit her just perfect now. She looked like somebody named Blue Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
So the name don't even sound that bad now.
Yeah, I think they're gonna make Blue Ivy what Willow Smith was supposed to be, basically.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think they're going for like a Michael Jackson type vibe now for Blue Ivy because I saw her and like, okay, when I saw what she was wearing, I'm like, okay, they're prepping her to be a star. At this
Yes.
point, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
the plan is falling into motion, and maybe that's what this album might be. You know, she's getting Blue Ivy ready. I don't know, but yeah, we will see, man. I don't know. Maybe she can't sing. Well, wouldn't that be the biggest tragedy if Blue Ivy couldn't sing? I'm
Yeah,
sure
she
she
was
got like the biggest vocal coaches in the world, so she'll be okay. But yeah, she gotta have a voice, man.
Yeah. Did you see everybody trashing Jay-Z nephew music? So apparently,
no, I didn't see that.
I want to say Solange son or something like that.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did hear about Solange's son trying to rap, and it was bad. Yeah.
Everybody kind of put it on Jay-Z, like Jay-Z nephew sounds shitty, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like,
Solange got cut off ever since the elevator. Like Jay ain't gonna give that nigga tips. Like he still remember the elevator. So
he gonna tell you take the 500,000.
Yeah.
Over the dinner.
Yeah, he's on his own now, man. He better go to Marcy and get some Bitcoin advice.
Yeah,
I don't know if music gonna work for him.
Bitcoin school.
Jay-Z's such an asshole for that, man. I gotta bring that up, dog. So apparently, Jay-Z is doing a free financial literacy type of academy in Marcy projects, and it's going to include, I think it's with the Jack, the founder of Twitter, who has now left Twitter, but still talks a lot about that shit. And it's going to be about like investing in Bitcoin, and it's going to give some people like $20 of Bitcoin in their wallet and all this shit. And it's like, dog, and I saw a news story today about the Marcy projects and how shit's still run down over there. And they interviewed people, and people were like, look, this is not what we need right now, dog. This shit tore down. The average is like 24,000 annually people making over there. Like, dog, I'm not saying just go and give them money, but I don't think investing in Bitcoin, especially the downturn that's had in the past couple weeks, where it's just losing money left and right, is the smart thing for the Marcy project's residents. But people, when you say something, people say, "See, he's trying to get back," and you hating on it. It's like, nah, dog. There has to be a better way than trying to get niggas on Bitcoin.
Yeah, the one thing I hate is when people like let's say Jay-Z really did something like this, and people say stuff like, "See, he trying to put people on, and y'all ain't listening." It's like, man, some people be in such a fucked up situation where Bitcoin ain't, them learning Bitcoin ain't about to save their life. Some people need food right now. Some people need their bills paid right now, or a bill paid right now. So to me, that's like telling a homeless person, "Oh, just get a job." Like, they need a lot more than just getting a job right now to even get to that point.
No, I'll teach you to invest. You don't need a job.
Yeah,
I'll teach
all you gotta do is just start a business. Like, I hate when people do this. Just start a business. Like, gee,
get into real estate, okay?
Yeah, gee, I never thought of that. Wow, man, that's a great idea. I should have did that. It's like it's a little more. You got to do a little more than just getting into real estate. Because first of all, that goddamn test is crazy to even pass the real estate test. And then, starting your business that's a whole nother conversation. That's
a crowded game now, dog. So many people in real estate now, man. It's just sick.
It's a hustle, man. And it takes some time, and And like I said, some people need money now. It's not like they stand at their mom's crib and, everything paid for. All they got to do is just, hustle. Like, you need some money now.
Mm-hmm.
So I hate when people just say, "Oh, just start a business." Well, stop working and just start a business.
So you could have more stress and less fucking capital to pay your bills with at the start.
Yeah.
So
If you hate your job, just quit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, gee, that's a good idea. Haven't thought about that one.
Yeah, Jay-Z tripping for that shit, man. I don't know what's wrong with that, man, but whatever. I mean, it's something's better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, I don't think the citizens of Marcy and the Marcy projects need Bitcoin advice right now. But that's just me. Maybe I'm just a hater. Oh yeah, Gunna has released his first statement after being locked up in the YSL RICO case, which is he's still awaiting trial. And he released his first statement. And I'll read it real quick. He said on June 14th, he said, 2022 has been one of the best years of my life, despite this difficult situation. This year, I had the whole world pushing P. Growing up from where I came from in a marginalized neighborhood, I never dreamt my art would change my life and the lives of my loved ones. My entire life, I've seen Black men, Black women, and Black children constantly attacked, hated, murdered, berated, belittled, slandered, judged, used, and held captive. I don't read this whole thing, man. Now I've gotten bored. I'm sorry. He basically just said he's innocent. He's being falsely accused. He will never stop fighting to clear his name. He said the picture that's being painted to him is ugly and untrue. He celebrates life. He loves his family. He loves to travel. As a Black man in America, it seems like his art is only acceptable when he's a source of entertainment for the masses. And blah blah. He's not allowed. Blah blah. Okay. He just said he's innocent. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the gist of it. All right. But it seems like he's doing okay. He said we'll be pushing P: power, prayer, progression, passion, productivity, praise, precision, peace, prosperity, patience, pride, persistence.
The pushing P stuff is over.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, ain't nobody. You know what's crazy about that whole pushing P stuff? Yeah. When that shit was going on, everybody was like, "Oh man, we've been saying P. We've been saying pushing P." I never heard that before.
I never heard anybody saying pushing P until that song.
We've been saying that, we say that in Houston. Oh, we've been saying that in Atlanta. Oh, we've been saying that up in Detroit. I've been hearing it everywhere at that point. I haven't heard it since. I never heard it in person. Somebody say, "Oh, that ain't P," or what? I never heard it in person. I don't know. Maybe I ain't outside. Maybe I ain't around the right people. But since that song was done, I haven't heard that since.
Yes, me neither. I have not heard of. I never heard of anybody saying that.
Yeah, and I like that song, but I haven't heard that word since.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. People are lying saying they have been saying pushing people. Now nobody says it because that shit's over with. Yeah. So yeah. Holly Rachel Worshipper says, "What do y'all think of Mount Westmore project potential?" I had to look this up. Mount Westmore is a supergroup comprised of Snoop, Ice Cube, E40, and Too Short. Okay. I didn't even. Oh, okay. Honestly, I didn't know they had a group. And they dropped this dropped a while back.
A week ago.
Yeah. What do I think? I mean, you got legendary rappers here, so that shit could be dope, but they're also 50 plus. So
I kind of look at this as, I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but I feel like this might be 20 years too late, at least. At least 20 years too late. Yeah. I ain't know nothing about this. I'll probably check this out just off the strength of who's on it. But this is to me, this kind of remind me of Mano and Jim Jones, where it's like, damn, like if y'all would have did this 10 years ago or 15 years ago, this would have been crazy. But it's like, I don't know. This is like Jadakiss and 50 Cent decided to do an album.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, like that would have been, the album would have been fire back in the 2000s, but like now ain't nobody trying to hear 50 Cent. So
wait, they actually dropped the album?
Yeah, it looked like they dropped it last week.
Is it out now? Now is it? Because Death Row, I think it was released on Death Row Records, and Death Row like pulled all this shit from streaming. So is this like regularly available on streaming, or was it like one of them? You got to be in the metaverse and get this shit because that's how Death Row releases albums now. Let me look it up.
It looked like they released something, a single a year ago.
They released a single.
Yeah, this might be.
There's apparently an album out.
Yeah, it's not on my streaming service.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Yeah, maybe it's on YouTube or something. Maybe somebody got it on YouTube. I see some of it here. I'm scared to play it. I can't play it. I'm gonna fuck up the screen.
Yeah.
But
maybe it got pushed back. I don't know. Where's the album coming? When's the album coming out? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, everybody involved can still rap.
Yeah,
so I'll say that much. But like you said, they 50 plus now, man. This is like the Sugar Hill Gang reunited some shit, dog. Like, come on, man. But I mean, everybody can still rap. I've always been a Too Short fan. I've always been a Snoop Dogg fan. I've always been an Ice Cube fan. So E40, not so much, but I mean, I get it. So as long as the production is legit, it could be dope. I'll say that much. If the production is like some straight West Coast shit, it could be dope. If they're trying to rap over trap beats, it's gonna be ass.
Yeah, I would say, man, like, you know, like I said, these are 4 legends, and I appreciate them for still doing their thing and still, you know, releasing music and stuff like this. I don't know what it's gonna sound like. You know, it might be bad. I don't know, but yeah, I think, yeah, like I said, if it was, I would say at least 20 years ago, because 20 years ago, that's 2002. And, you know, Ice Cube was still kind of, you know, doing this thing then. But yeah, if it was at least 20 years ago, I would probably be like, damn, this is a big deal, because a lot of people, especially those solo artists, wasn't doing joint albums or big old group albums. So yeah, now it seems like it's a little too late, but I don't know. I still give it a listen. I try to find it and give it a listen.
Okay, so they did release the album. You can only listen to it in the metaverse on the blockchain-based platform Gala Music. Enough with this horse shit, dog. Okay, because they did the same shit with the fucking Black Star album. Okay, you got to get this whole different thing to listen to it. Enough with this bullshit, man. Okay, put it on fucking something to pay $9.99 for it. I'll buy it, but I'm not gonna fucking log into some fucking horse shit new subscription service to listen to this album, man. I'm tired of this bullshit, dog. I don't understand how this site works. What the fuck is this, man? Setting music free on the blockchain. Like, nigga, get this crypto horse shit the fuck out of hip hop. I'm sick of it, man.
Let me see. I'm gonna play something real quick. It's just a preview. Let me see.
Out of the dark alleys of California, bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee.
So this is so called California.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'll reserve judgment until, and I'm assuming the album will eventually release on everything. But yeah, I'm not going into fucking Gala, whatever the fuck this metaverse horse shit is, man.
All the bitches get captivated. Not one thing calculated.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Ain't bad. It's like that. Sound like they got that Roger Troutman classic West Coast sound in there. So maybe it'll be a cool little throwback album, man. I'll give it a shot.
Your run through your pockets, take everything you own. Put the chrome to your dome. You might not make it home. If you hustle, make sure that you never touch. Feel. Have a liaison, somebody that can.
Yeah. This sounds like a West Coast album.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll give it a listen, man. But like
Yeah.
I said, I'm
Why-
not
I wonder
getting
why
on
they-
this
why
bullshit.
are they doing this? Putting it in the metaverse.
This is Snoop's
Like,
whole thing now, man.
Who is? Look, man. We listen. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I listen to music in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bringing the metaverse with me in the car. And I was thinking about getting one of those little the VR things.
Yeah.
But like I'm not I don't know, man. They better release
Snoop is turning into like this crypto bro type dude, man. This shit with the fucking blockchain and metaverse music. He fucking when he took over ownership apparently of Death Row, he pulled all the Death Row records off of streaming. So now you can't listen to The Chronic, you can't listen to Doggy Style on Spotify and Apple Music like you used to be able to. You got to get this horse shit and listen to it that way. Like, man, enough, okay? Enough of this shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, the answer, Holly Rachel Worshiper question, it sounds like it's good so far. It sounds like a good West Coast album.
Yeah.
The production sounds good so far. So
I'll give it a listen. We'll give it a listen and talk about it when it's traditionally available. But Holly Rich Worshipper says Cube was promoting all kinds of stuff on Rome, crypto, NFTs, a new group in Big 3 starting up. Yeah, man. Like once niggas start on that NFT shit, I tune out. Okay. Once niggas start getting on that crypto shit, look, if you making money off it, fine for you. But don't try to rope us all into that shit, dog.
Yeah,
when that shit's crashing left and right, people investing and losing money. Like, don't try to get us into that shit, man.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be lost in the sauce, man, because I feel like I'm not paying attention to none of that shit. No NFTs, no crypto, or nothing. I feel like by the time I turn 50, I'm gonna be lost in the sauce, and I ain't gonna be able to buy anything without an NFT or fucking crypto.
Look, man, that shit.
It's
there's
not
no telling
interesting
that
to me, man. I tried to get into it a little bit. It's just not interesting, man.
The types of people who are promoting it are just like the types of people I don't even want to talk to, dog. That's my issue with it, man.
Yeah,
like,
the type of people that's promoting it too, like personally, are the people that be saying, "Hey, you want to make $1,000? Hey, let me talk to you about this business, and it's easy to make money, man." It's like, all right, like what's up? And they explain all this bullshit that you don't know what they're talking about. And then at the end of it all you got to start, all you need is $200.
Yeah. And buy this thing that also I'm a part of when I get money if you buy it and it goes up. But yes, this will make you rich too, man. Trust me. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Tab says he pulled his money out of crypto right before the crash 4 or 5 months ago. Yeah, good for you, man. I know some people who did that and made some money. I also know people who got fucked because this last couple of weeks has been bad for Bitcoin and really anything NFTs as well. And NFTs is a special kind of fucking scam, dog. I watched a YouTube video on NFTs in particular, and it really broke down. It was like an hour long, and it really broke down why that entire industry is a scam, man. So, yeah, educate yourself before you invest in shit like that, man, because there is money. People made money off of it, but also it's all dependent on not being the person to be left holding the bag when the crash comes. And that's been many people now. So, yeah. Holly Richard says, I can't get with give you real money for make-believe money. Yeah, exactly. That's my issue with it too, man. Like this money, and everybody says the shit about Bitcoin, like eventually it's gonna be we all gonna pay for everything with Bitcoin. Nobody pays for anything with Bitcoin right now. The only value it has is what you can get real money for.
Yeah.
So what's the point of Bitcoin then?
Like, can you pay your rent?
Exactly.
You buy a car with Bitcoin?
Exactly.
Like it ain't nothing but just hold and just value and just I just look at
and hope it gains value so you can get more money out of it.
Yeah.
Like trade it in for real money. So I'm like, okay. So Tab says 10 years from now it might be something, and it might be the future. We'll see.
Yeah, and I'm not even trashing it or nothing like that. But right now it's hard for me to get on board because it's like, what am I getting out of it right now? Like, dog, I'm not making that much money. Like, I need something where I can bring in actual money. Like, I ain't trying to bring in a baseball card because it's worth this much money later on or whatever the case may be. So
Exactly.
it's hard for me to get on board right now.
And my general thought in life period is like nobody is going to make you rich for free. Nobody's just going to offer to make you rich. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of this crypto shit is. I knew something was up when I watched the Super Bowl and there was like 20 crypto ads in it saying, don't get left behind, guys. This is the future, guys. This is the future, guys. Invest now or you're going to hate yourself. Like, nigga, nobody rich has ever wanted to make anybody else rich. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's my scam sense going off right there. So anytime any of these rich crypto bros want to talk about how we're missing out if we don't get into it right now, that means you're looking for suckers. And I don't like that. So yeah, that's our crypto segment of the week. Other things that happened this week, real quick. Your boy ASAP had an interview and he said that rap is in its adolescence and it's been stuck here since Soulja Boy. Before, everybody looked 35 and up. When Lil Wayne and Jay-Z and T.I. and Jeezy and Rick Ross was on, rappers looked old. I mean, that's kind of a diss, but okay.
Yeah.
I think T.I. looked pretty young at the time. I'm not a T.I. fan, but come on, man. He ain't look 35. But he said, like, we had Lil Bow Wow and that was it. That all changed with the internet and self-releasing. Now, rap is stuck in this braggadocious adolescent space. It's not as mature. And he also adds, but the thing is, being a rapper now, you don't want to exclude anybody or neglect any demographics. As somebody that people look up to, there's a responsibility to put people on the right path. So yeah, ASAP Rocky says rap is immature and stuck in adolescence, which I think is funny because I think it's true. Anthony Bauer says Wayne came out at 17. Yeah, I know, right? But apparently he looked old according to fucking ASAP Rocky.
Wayne came out like 15.
Yeah, he was super young when he came out.
And to me, he didn't look old when he came out. He had a baby face when he was out.
Jay-Z was in his mid-20s when he made Reasonable Doubt. And yeah, when he popped, he was like 30s and up. But these other guys, I don't know about all that, man. But how do you feel about ASAP saying this about rap? It's been controversial because I don't necessarily think he's wrong, but he's part of the problem. So he acts like he's not the type that's making this type of music. Exactly.
That's his whole thing now. He talk about all these European designers and he dressed up wearing Calvin Klein drawers with the rest of his crew and all his other. He pretty much being a damn model, man.
Yeah.
So So it's kind of funny how he, kind of, I don't want to say trashing hip hop, but he pretty much saying it's like he looking in the mirror saying what's wrong with hip hop. So I thought that was kind of strange to the point I didn't even think it was actually him saying this. So so honestly I understand what he's saying, and I think it's some truth to it, but he calling the kettle black. So it's kind of canceling out his comments a little bit. Like I would understand it if it was somebody from back in the day saying, "Hey, hip hop is, back in our day it wasn't like this, and now it's all about fashion and stuff like that, and people and braggadocious." But him saying it really don't make sense. But I think he got a point because the music we listen to is all about bragging, to be honest. And it's not really about, you don't really see people rapping about skill. Because remember back in the day, it was like, I'm the best rapper, I can do this, I can do that. Now it's kind of like, how much money you got? Like, I got more money than you. Yeah. So, I think that kind of took all of the people like Papoose out. And, the real rappers that actually used to, focus mainly on lyrics. So now it's like, you got somebody like Migos saying, who the fuck is this Joe Budden dude talking? He broke. I got money, so it don't matter. So I think that started. Honestly, you can honestly say it started kind of with P. Diddy calling people player haters back in the day. So I think he do have a point, but it's just kind of weird that his point coming from him, coming from somebody like that, from a Harlem nigga out of all people.
Yeah. Yeah. And for him to say this, it kind of reminds me of that Eric Andre skit. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like a meme now. People replace the heads and say it's something else, but it reminds me of the little Eric Andre skit where Eric Andre got Hannibal sitting in the back of him in a chair. He turns around, pulls out a gun, shoots Hannibal like 15 times, reloads the clip, shoots him again, looks at the camera, and he says, "Who shot Hannibal?" Like, that's what ASAP is doing here, man. He's saying, who did this when he was the one doing it? Because the interesting thing, he mentioned Soulja Boy and said since Soulja Boy it's been stuck in his space. But you got to remember, ASAP came out around the same time Kendrick and J. Cole did. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they were not in that space. Like, they were doing more, I guess, conscious.
They weren't braggadocious.
Exactly. And really, Drake was coming out too. Yeah, he was kind of in that space, but ASAP was in the super immature space. Okay. Yeah. Like, what was ASAP really rapping about? He was rapping about sipping lean, candy paint, and all this shit he stole from Houston. And now that he's getting older, he's like, wow, the game's really fucked up, because now he realizes he's not that young, cool nigga anymore. And it's always fun seeing these types of rappers get old. Yeah. Because ASAP Rocky is 33 now. He got a baby on the way with Rihanna. He's a grown man, but he can't make grown man music. Yeah. Because that's not what his fan base expects or really wants. So
yeah, he kind of stuck in now. Place. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, like, maybe he's just realizing, like, wow, the rap is really not advanced at all. But he's part of the problem, man, because he was the one pushing this type of content in his prime. And now he's at a space where he probably don't want to anymore, but he has to. And he even mentions that. He says you got to appeal to all the demographics. So, yeah, he's stuck.
Yeah. But yeah. And I think, to be honest, I think, like, I hate when people do that because they generalize hip hop overall. Mm-hmm. Say, hey, it's stuck in the place. But I think you can get in your own lane and stay there, man. Like, he can make a career. If he want to do conscious rap forever, he can do conscious rap, and, you know, he have quite a bit of a fan base doing that. But how his career was, that, you know, he didn't start off like that. So if he do jump into the conscious rap only thing, people probably gonna be like, man, what the fuck is this? He fell off. But it's all type of lanes, man. Look, somebody like Playboy Cardi and Trippie Redd and stuff, they have their own fucking lane. And, you know, it's hip hop, but it's kind of like some rock star type shit, man, where it's a totally different fan base. And, you know, that's a whole different lane right there. And then you got the regular people that, you know, the regular stars that's making their shit that appeal for everybody. And then you got, to me, I call them the weed smokers, the people that like Currency, that like Wiz and stuff like that. They have their own fan base. They don't appeal to they just stay in their lane. So I think ASAP Rocky just kind of sorry out of luck. Mm-hmm. And he in a point in place where, you know, as an artist, you know, he a grown ass man now. So why is he gonna talk about tricking on bitches and stuff like that? Bimbos in the back. Mm-hmm. Like, he can't, you know, really rap about that stuff now. I mean, he could, but
it sounds fake coming from him at this point.
Yeah, I don't even know if he in that type of space. Maybe he do want to move on from it, but yeah, I don't know, man.
Yep.
I wouldn't say hip hop is stuck. I would say he is stuck.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are in his situation too, where, you know, they kind of get to a place where they're stuck, and, you know, the type of music they was making before was good, but now they kind of stuck. And that's why I appreciate people like, people that's taking on other stuff outside of music, where they don't even need music anymore. They could just move on and be cool and relevant without the hip hop. Because I don't know if ASAP really need hip hop now, but like I don't know what he gonna do outside of this. So,
look, he ain't gotta do nothing. He got Rihanna pregnant. Okay, they can live off of Fenty for the rest of their life and never drop any music together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's been trying to make a semi comeback. He's been featured on a few songs now, doing some shit with Pharrell and all that. So, I mean, for Nigo and Pharrell. So, I don't know. Maybe he got an album coming soon. But yeah, I think he's starting to realize, like, wow, I'm really limited in my fucking subject matter. But oh well. Tab asked, "Are we going to the DJ Envy car show this weekend?" I had to look this up because I didn't know this shit was happening.
Yeah, I see he was at Turkey Leg Hut.
DJ Envy is having a Drive Your Dreams car show in Houston. He's bringing it to Houston. It's an NRG Arena. A lot of exotic cars, apparently. Why this nigga got a Chance the Rapper hat on in the picture? Okay, whatever. Tickets are $44.99 general admission. So no, I will not be going. Okay. Yeah, early bird was $19.99. VIP is $200. Approved vendors is $1,200. Approved cars $250. Like, no, I'm not paying $45 to go to DJ Envy's car show. I'm sorry.
It might be some nice cars there.
I mean, I would assume. But nah, I'd rather go to like a Houston niggas car show, man. I'd rather go to the Paul Wall and Slim Thug car show. I'm not going to the fucking do they still do Los Magnificos car show? I remember I used to be the big thing back in the day, dog. Do they still do the Los Magnificos car show? I have no idea.
Oh, no, I never heard of it.
Yeah, that shit used to be the thing back in the day, man. I doubt they do. But yeah, I will not be going to the DJ Envy car show. But yeah, we'll maybe it'll have
it might have some, because I think he cool with people like Trader Truth and Slim Thug and all that. So I'm sure they probably show up with they slabs and all that.
Probably. But yeah, it might be just some New York exotic cars and not no slabs out there. But I don't know. But yes, I will not be going there. And now I think it's time to bring back What a Bro Knows, man, because I gotta talk about something that's been grinding my gears lately. And I know you've seen it as well. There is like a new trend on social media, especially TikTok, kind of targeting gym creeps. And when I say gym creeps, I mean, like, I guess people who are being creepy towards women in the gym. But it's gotten kind of far. It's gone kind of out of control to where women are now trying to get clout from alleging that men are being creepy when the creepiness is debatable. Okay. And it first kind of popped off with a video that went viral of a woman who said she was working out in the corner and a man randomly came up and attempted to shove a mat underneath her because it would be more comfortable. If he asked whether I wanted it, I wouldn't mind, but I think abruptly doing so and invading my space is weird, even if you are just being nice. And I'm like, okay, is that creepiness?
And when I stand up for myself,
my bad.
It's all good. There's video with it too, and it definitely didn't approach like. And a lot of women were saying, "This is why we need all women gyms." Okay, and now we come to something that went viral this week, or this past week, maybe a couple weeks ago, but it's a video of a woman who is undressing, kind of taking her shirt off, and she's alleging that one of the guys in the background, in the way background, she had to zoom in a camera to even get this. She said she alleged that he was giving her some kind of creepy look. And so in the video, she's like, "Can I help you?" And he's like, no, what's wrong? He's like, can I help you with something? And then he's like, no, I'm good. He's like, yeah, that's what I thought. She's being very confrontational towards this dude. And apparently this dude works at the gym. And then he threatens to throw her out. And she's like, you can't throw me out. Blah, blah. They go back and forth. And yeah, she made this go viral. It backfired on her to the point where I think she deleted her whole TikTok and Instagram.
That's always fun.
Yeah, because I think she actually did get kicked out of this gym for doing this. Because yeah, she zooms in and slows down a guy looking at her casually, possibly in the background, and confronts him, and then acts like he is being a creep. And yeah, to be fair, this completely backfired on her. But some women are alleging that this is still wrong and men are still creepy at the gym. And this is behavior that's still way too common. So, Figgy, what are your thoughts on this whole debacle, man? Do you think we need all women gyms to protect from evil stairs?
At this point, yes. if he can't, because look, he wasn't like, look, I understand. Look, I know when you go to a gym, you kind of probably take a peek at everybody, not just women. You probably see a guy walk in, you probably look real quick and just keep it moving. So if you can't even do that, or if you're a woman and you don't even like that, you might just need to go work out at home or go to an all-women gym then, because I don't think he did nothing that crazy. He probably looked like, okay, damn, she looked good, and that was it. Like, I don't think he was trying to hit on her, or I don't think he was saying, damn, look at that ass, or it seemed like it was just a regular, hey, look at her type thing. So if you don't like that, man, you need to be working out at home where nobody can see you, or open up an all women's gym and just work out there. But it's funny that he was probably the person that worked there, so he was able to kick her out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's ridiculous, man. If you don't want anybody looking at you at all, why are you at the gym? I ain't gonna lie. Whenever I used to go to the gym, I used to look at everybody. I wasn't like staring and saying damn or nothing like that. But sometimes you got to get a little motivated. And sometimes I look around and like, okay, she getting it in, okay. And then let me get back on my shit. So it's not a crime to just look at. Sound like Rusty Hard now.
Yeah,
it's not a crime.
Not a crime to make somebody uncomfortable.
Looking at somebody in the gym, not a crime. But like, what's wrong with just looking at somebody? It's not. It wasn't an uncomfortable stare. So
she slowed it down and then put the caption, "Oh damn," even though it didn't even lip sync up with it, whatever he was saying. And it was really trying to get this dude caught up, man. It was really some evil shit to do.
So my thing is, because the caption also said trainer gets caught on camera being a pervert. What is being a pervert?
Right.
So if I'm in a store and I see a good looking woman and I kind of give her a look like, damn, okay. Like, or, say, dang, she kind of look nice. Is that being a pervert? I think a pervert to me is kind of going to extreme. You know what I mean? If you just sitting there staring, or doing something,
turning your head sideways and being like, damn, or something like that, where everybody can hear you.
Yeah, if you constantly looking at her bend over, or you trying to peek and act like you're not looking, to me that might be a little creepy. But she's in the gym with everybody. So if she turn around and look at him, is she being a pervert for looking at him? So
because he don't got yoga pants and training bra on. So
it's getting ridiculous, man. I'm kind of glad people kind of made her delete her shit.
Yeah,
because this was a stretch, man.
Yeah, and I've been seeing this is the trend of women just trying to go viral by trying to get people caught up. And I think it's some evil shit to do. Like, look, there are definitely cases of gym creeps. Like, look, there are definitely people who try to shoot their shot in the gym. And I feel like it's not really the place for that. You know, like maybe if you went to class together and you know somebody and y'all see each other every day, maybe you could do it at that point. But don't just go up to a girl on the fucking squat machine and say, "Hey, can I take you out?" Like,
no, you can't do that. Not during the workout.
Like exactly.
Not during the work. I've been in the gym often. My sister, she's a gym person. We used to see people around the gym all the time, and it's kind of like a head nod or something like that. Especially because have you ever been in a place where you see somebody but you don't know them, but you kind of know them from seeing them all the time, where you like, what's going on type of thing? It's always that type of relationship, and then probably when y'all both leaving out or something, hey, what's going on, man? And you know, and then you can kind of shoot your shot a little bit. You ain't shooting your shot while you on the squat machine or something.
Yeah.
But that might be a little strange. But this is getting out of control, man.
It really is. There was another video earlier about somebody who was on a elliptical or something, glancing at someone who was like posing in the fucking mirror with her ass out. And it's like, look, and Holly Richard Worshiper says yoga pants are the devil. Dog, look, I go to Crunch Fitness sometimes. I go around like 10 at night, and dog, I ain't gonna lie, it's like Bad Bitch Central on the weekdays, man. Like, women now got these fucking shorts that rod up their ass so far that it's basically like them damn near being naked. And they got these big asses, dog. So look, I'll be on the Stairmaster because I'm trying to cut weight. So I'll be on the Stairmaster for like fucking an hour at a time. And it's boring doing fucking cardio for an hour, dog. So yeah, I'm going to look around. And if I see a fat ass, I'm not going to fucking be like, oh, let me make sure I'm not looking at that. I'm like, dog, if you see a fat ass, you're going to look at it for a bit. Not no uncomfortable stare, but you going to look at a nice ass when you see one. That's just how men are built. Okay. Yeah. And you ain't got to make somebody uncomfortable. I make sure not to fucking be weird about it. But you gonna look at a big ass when you see one. You gonna look at a nice body. Shit, you see a jacked dude, you be like, I'm trying to get like that. I wonder what he
exactly. Yeah.
So I be looking at everything at the gym, dog. So yeah. But the gym, dog, there's so many. Like the pants are out of control now. And look, people gonna look, and I think most women don't have a problem with it as long as it's not no creepy shit. And I'll say, as far as women getting unsolicited advice from men at the gym, I mean, this kind of happens to everybody, dog.
Yeah.
I think if you're a cute woman, you might get it more because, you know, dudes are just trying to, you know, kind of low key shoot a shot. But dude, if you in the gym a lot, you're going to get people talking to you, period.
It's it's community, man. Yeah. Like if you go every single day, like I said, my sister, she a pro bodybuilder, so she be in there every day, and it was almost 10 years ago. I was in there every day. It's like a community, man. Like you see the same faces at the same time. If you going every day at 5:30, you're gonna see the same people that's there at 5:30, and it's like a community where you kind of look out for people, and then sometimes you want to use the same dumbbells, and you say, all right, how many sets you got? I got 4 more. All right, cool. And then you mind if we kind of switch? Like it's a community. It's nothing weird going on like that. I feel like the weird shit is for the people that's new.
Yeah.
That don't go that much, or, you know, just start going in January.
And surprise people walk up and talk to you. Like it happens, man.
Yes, people are, shout out to Tag. She said friend of the show, my sister.
Yeah.
Friend of the show. But happy birthday to her. She had a birthday on the 14th. So happy birthday to my sister.
Happy birthday, Piggy's sister, man.
Yeah, but it's like a little community, man. Everybody know what to do, especially if you always work out. You're gonna have to talk, communicate, share stuff. But yeah, just like this man in this video, he looked real quick. Like it could have been anything, because look, sometimes I'll be looking at people and I tell my wife, like, damn, I like her hair. Her hair look good, or I like that outfit. Or sometimes I'll be like, damn, that look like Julie. Like I thought that was Julie for a minute. It had nothing to do with me checking you out and trying to get with you or something. Like
I've been looking at girls' abs sometimes, man. Because sometimes you'll see
Yeah.
a girl with like real nice abs. I'm like, how'd you get that? And it ain't even be nothing sexual sometimes. It just be like, look,
Exactly.
damn, you fucking shredded.
Yeah, let's say me and you was in the gym and I'm like, damn, I thought that was Jasmine for a minute.
Yeah.
And it's not that. And she gonna pull up a video, zoom in on me, just pointing. Like, you don't even know what the fuck I was saying.
Right.
I could have been saying, yo, ugly ass or something. I could have been saying you ugly as shit.
Mhm.
But it's crazy, man.
TikTok
It's-
voice. Look at this creep at the gym looking at me and pointing. Pervert at the gym thinks I look cute or something. Like, okay. But yeah.
yeah.
People
How do you feel about people that record themselves in the gym like this too?
I mean,
Like it seems like it's happening way more often.
yeah, for Instagram. And look, that's a problem too, because I notice a lot of women only do the ass exercises videos. Okay. I hardly ever see like the barbell lifting and the shoulder work. I just see them bent over in various positions all the time, doing squats, doing butt lifts, doing all the sexy shit. But you better not be no freak shit in the comments, because you're gonna be a pervert. But it's like, look, can y'all be honest about what y'all doing? Okay, like when you post on Instagram, like, look, you know exactly what audience you going for. But whatever, they know what they doing. But I don't mind recording as long as it's like some value out of it. Like maybe you a trainer trying to put people on exercises. Maybe you're trying to look at yourself and your form. I understand that, but most are doing it for the IG.
Yeah.
And that shit was weird to me, man. Just do your workout in peace, unless you're some kind of influencer or you make money off Instagram. Like, nobody got to see you fucking doing your boring exercises, man. Just work out in peace. But
yeah,
that's just my thought.
my sister, she good for doing her little recordings too at the gym. Sometimes she a pro bodybuilder, so she'll do her poses in the gym. It ain't like none of those sexy ass poses. It's like one of those, turn around, look at my back muscles, that type of thing. So, yeah, man, I think I don't have a problem with that either. But
no, I mean, and that for pro bodybuilders like that, there's a method behind that. There's a reason why you're doing that. So, yeah,
she ain't trying to poke her ass out or nothing like that. So, I don't know, man.
People.
I was gonna pull up a picture of my sister real quick, a video what she usually do. But
man. So the gym shit's getting out of control with people trying to expose people. There you go. Fucking damn yoked. When the poses, all right.
Yeah, and she is not the type of person that she ain't the type of person like, look at this creep trying to look at me.
Yeah.
And she gets stared at a lot.
Of course.
A lot of people stare at her, and then they come up to her like, wow, your arms are so huge. And it'd be something like that. It don't be nothing sexual. They just look at, because they never seen a woman like that before.
Yeah.
And they be like, dang, like your abs, or dang, your back muscles, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So you never know, man. Sometimes you might be a motivation to somebody.
Yeah. And some people, if you doing the exercise fucked up, sometimes people will correct your form. And that's not no creep shit either. You know, like nobody wants to see you hurt your back.
Yeah.
So if a woman doing squats wrong, or she got too much weight on it and she's got fucked up form, if a nigga come up and says, hey, you're doing that wrong, that's not like mansplaining shit. He's probably actually just trying to help you out and not see you hurt yourself. But that gets explained away as fucking the dude being weird and unsolicited advice and whatever. So what are you supposed to do, man? People will help you at the gym.
Yeah, the best thing to do now is, fellas, just don't talk to women at the gym. Don't say anything. If they fucking trying to bench press something, and they about to fall. Just don't even look at them. Just
Yeah, I don't
turn
think
your
that's
head.
fair because this is, to be fair, this is a small percentage of women
Is
that are doing this on TikTok and Instagram. It's not the majority at all, or even like close to a half. You know, this is a small phenomenon. When it goes viral, it makes people think that, oh, all women think like this, when it's not
Yeah.
the case, man. So
and see, the gym is not even like this all the time, though, man.
mhm,
Like if you go to the gym, it's not just a bunch of creepy men or anything. You got your cases, of course,
yeah,
but it's like I said, it's a good vibe. It's mostly a good vibe in the gym, and everybody there. If you go in there 5 days a week at the same time, you gonna see the same people,
yeah,
and it's gonna be like, hey, how you doing, type thing.
yeah,
And ain't gonna be nothing creepy like that. And just focus on your workout.
yeah.
Like me and my sister used to work out. We never used to be sitting there taking pictures and talking and all this. We try to get in and out, like no longer than 2 hours.
Yep.
We just get in, we knock out our shit. We barely talk and joke. We listening to music. And then at the end, we're like, all right, cool, we good. So
Yeah,
man,
I hate people who stick around and just talk all day at the gym, man. Especially when you're hogging a machine while you do it. That shit gets on my fucking nerves, man. Like, please just get your sets in and move off the fucking gym or the fucking equipment. But that's a whole nother. That could be another fucking.
That's a whole nother debate,
right?
Yeah.
Shit at the gym that pisses me off. There's a lot, but that's a whole nother discussion, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about water jug guy?
I don't mind water jug guy, dog. People. I don't mind water jug guy because it's annoying having to keep going to the fucking water fountain. And if you're doing a hardcore exercise and you gotta fucking hydrate, I understand it. I don't think that's bad. I just think anything where you're hogging shit, like people who do the supersets, who do more than one machine at a time, and they keep going back to it. So you're about to jump on a fucking I don't know, the lat pull down, but somebody's doing that and something else, and they keep going back and forth. Like, nigga, choose one or the other, okay?
Yeah.
Or go at a time where there's no. I'm not water jug guy, Tap, okay? I don't bring a water jug, but I don't see it as some kind of like weird shit to do. Like, I sweat a lot. I sweat a lot at the gym, dog.
Yeah, I don't think it's weird. But to me, I feel like you a certain type of guy. You walk in like, yeah, I'm badass. I can't do no little water bottle. I got to get a fucking milk jug and fill it up with water. That's kind of like, that's like wearing a skinny ass tank top. Like I can't even cover up my nipples. I got to wear a skinny ass tank top. Like I'm that fucking cocky.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like if there's a reason behind it, like if you're doing just a hardcore exercise where you just constantly need water, I get it. But I can't drink a water. Like I be peeing all the time, dog. I had to pee during this podcast, okay? So I definitely can't be drinking a whole gallon of water at the gym. But I don't think it's super weird to do. I just don't do it personally. But yeah, people who talk too much, people who talk to me at the gym get on my nerves when they talk about some bullshit. But it is what it is. That's still on a debate or discussion. But so calm down at the gym, man. All you women trying to get niggas caught up, chill with that shit. It's not cool.
I should have had my sister join us and talk about that.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that soon.
She like the ultimate bro. Where she be like, why'd you focus on everybody else? Like, you need to focus on your workouts, lady. Like ain't nobody thinking about you. So
Tab says the corniest water jug guy is the guy that carries a whole gallon water bottle. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. The water gallon guy. That's what we meant. But yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. I don't see that as being as weird, but that's just me. But yeah, I don't know. Everybody got their own things. Anything else happened this week we could touch on? I think that really about wraps it up, man.
NBA Finals is over.
Oh
man.
yeah. I almost forgot about that horse shit. Yeah. So the Warriors have won their 4th championship, and Steph Curry won his first Finals MVP over the Boston Celtics. I believe it was 3-2 final series score.
4-2.
4-2, my bad. And I don't even want to say congratulations because them niggas got enough, man. Like, what am I
Yeah,
supposed to say? Am I supposed to feel happy for the Warriors?
yeah,
I'm glad for Clay
well,
because he fucking came back from a big injury and came
yeah.
back
He
and
was
won
out for
the
2 years.
championship. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
that,
happy for
yeah.
him.
The one thing I hate is the whole they doubted us and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I guess to be fair, some people did. People thought the
Yeah.
dynasty was over. I did not think it was over because I'm like, man, they ain't really lose nobody but Kevin Durant, and we've seen they were good without him before. So I'm like, damn, and they about to get. It was getting the first. I think they had the second overall pick and shit. I'm like, man, if these niggas get healthy, they might be back. So I never really jumped off the bandwagon. So I'm not even surprised they got back to the finals and won it. But
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but I kind of understand because they fell off so hard, man. Yeah, they had
Yeah.
injuries, but they were fucking missing the playoffs. And they
Yeah,
went from
they
missing the
missed it
playoffs.
twice.
Yeah, exactly. Like they
Yeah.
went from being in the finals every year to not even
To the
being
worst
close.
team. It was that following year after they lost the finals to the
Mhm.
Raptors. They were the worst team in the league.
Yep.
And then the next year, I want to say they was in the play-in, but they were still a bad team.
Yep.
So yeah, man.
So
I just hate that whole they doubted it. That sounds like New England.
Mhm.
Whenever New England, Tom Brady wins something. Yeah, they didn't think we'd make it this far, blah, blah, blah. Y'all was the best team all year, man. So I don't get that.
Yeah, I get that you got to have motivation, and it's hard to have motivation when you're the favorite and everybody expects you to win. Like sometimes it's better to be counted out
Yeah.
because that puts that fire under you. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you really got to make them mad. Ernesto coming in right when we wrap up, man. But what's up, dog? How you doing, man?
What up, bro?
We just quickly recapping the NBA finals. And that's my recap. I don't really give a shit. Like, good for the Warriors, I guess. But good for Steph getting his finally getting the finals MVP so people can stop holding that against him. But I don't care.
Yeah. How about every time they win something, they be like, oh, this was the best one right here.
Yeah, of course. At the moment, everyone feels like that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, at the moment, it feels like the best one ever. I'm sure. But afterwards.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That might be the best one out of all of them because the first one was kind of, for some reason, that was kind of wonky.
Mhm.
But that 2015 one, that was a little wonky. But that was probably the best one for them at the time because that was their first one in years or whatever. And obviously the second one where they should have won when it was up 3-1, that would have been the best one because they was the best team in history. They obviously lost that one. And then the KD ones, I don't think people really look at those as the good ones because they had fucking Kevin Durant. So this one might be the best one because you won with Kevin Durant. You won two of them with Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
And then you won one without him. And he haven't been to a final since. So this might be the best one for them.
I think it might be like the hardest fought one, maybe, in terms of years where they won it. Because like nobody had the Warriors like just straight up winning. Well, I thought they would once they made it out the way. I'm like, okay, they're gonna definitely win the finals. But I mean, it was close. Boston played them well. Won 2 games. So yeah, I mean, I guess on those terms, it wasn't like them going against Cleveland in the finals and like you knew like Cleveland might be lucky to get 1 game. But that's it because they just weren't equipped to deal with the Warriors. But this one, I mean, the Grizzlies series got a little chippy and exciting. The Celtics series got a little chippy and exciting. So, yeah, in terms of that, they might have felt like they worked harder for this one than the other one. So.
I think they did. And like I said, they proved that they could win a championship without Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that too.
Because they won the early one against the Cavs. They lost the one they should have won. And then right after that, they got Kevin Durant. So to me, this one was a good one because they fell off after Kevin Durant left. they got back on and went right back to the finals and won it.
Yeah.
with the same core. And so Andrew Wiggins ain't no Kevin Durant. So they pretty much won with the same core, healthy. So I think this was a good one for him. And that got to make Kevin Durant look stupid. That got to make Kyrie Irving look stupid because they were on both of these teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They both left these teams to team up with each other.
Yeah, no, it has to be rough. But I mean, it might still work out for them. They still young.
Yeah.
And Kevin Durant, I think if he stops getting injured, I think he'll be back on that level again. But you just gotta get the right team around him. So yeah, we'll see. Ernesto says, I know y'all are wrapping up a real quick. What was the rating for the new Drake album? We both said it was Pigpen. Yeah, we said it was Pigpen. You can go back and listen on a podcast or the video. We kind of talked about our thoughts about it, but yeah, it was Pigpen, man. We get into deep about it, but it was bad. It was rough. It was rough. LeBron wants to join Golden State. Yeah, LeBron's such a dick rider, dog.
Is that real?
I think somebody, I don't know if anybody asked him, but he said out of all the teams remaining in the playoffs, he'd want to play for Golden State. Which, I mean, of course he would. Like, why not? They were clearly the best team that were remaining in the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, LeBron every week he floated another team he want to play on. Or I want to go back to Cleveland. I want to play with Steph Curry. I want to go to Golden State. He wants to go back to Miami now. Like, somebody get LeBron the fuck out of here, man. Okay, I'm getting sick of LeBron, dog. Can he?
It's getting irritating, man.
Yeah.
Like, just look and see. I love LeBron, and I think he's one of the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta respect Curry, man. Steph Curry stayed with the same team all of this time, man. He stuck with the same team and got 4 rings. Like that, you got to really appreciate that, man. Like he shit didn't get rough. Shit got rough after KD left. He could have said, "Hey, let me join LeBron in LA, or let me join KD in Brooklyn or something like that." No, he trusts that organization. He stuck around, and they got right back, and he won a Finals MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, man, that hold a lot of weight to me. So, I'm not trying to discredit LeBron, but the hopping around shit is old now, man. Mm-hmm. Like, people want to stay and make a legacy and stick with one team. So, like, just going to the hottest team at the time is goofy, man. And I think if LeBron would, I understand him leaving the Cavs because the Cavs was kind of a shit show a little bit. Mainly because of him, and they were trying to make him happy. Mm-hmm. But if he could just stick around and trust the organization, stick around through a rebuild, then I think he can potentially have a Golden State type of team, man. Like, if he stuck around for maybe 2 years at least, while they try to, clear some cap or something and get some young players around him, he can stick around for one team for the rest of his career. But he keep on hopping to other bandwagons and bringing in Russell Westbrook, try to bring in these big 3 type of players with all of this money. And this is like, damn, like, bro, like that shit. We talked about this before. That shit works for like maybe a good 2 or 3 years. After that, everybody get broken down and tired. And next thing you know, he leave that team, and that team got to rebuild for 3 or 4 years. So it's not a good look, man.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of understand LeBron don't got a lot of time left in the league, especially playing at a high level. So he kind of has to be in win now mode wherever he goes. But yeah, the jumping around and the let me go to late room. Maybe I could go back to Cleveland. Maybe the speculation is getting fucking annoying, man. It was cool back when the Miami shit happened. But now, like, you almost 40 years old, man. Like, this shit's getting played out now, dog.
Yeah.
Talking about going to Golden State, man. Chill out.
Yeah, me personally, I wouldn't want to. I don't care for him to go back to Cleveland, man. Like I feel like Cleveland is in a better spot right now.
Yeah.
Because once LeBron come, then it's like must win. So now he want to trade. You gonna try to trade for Kyrie Irving and try to get all these pieces to win right now. And right now, I still don't think you could beat Golden State at this point. So nah, man, like just stay wherever you are, man.
Yeah, but the Lakers probably want to get rid of him. So that's the thing. He might have to go somewhere, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. They'll figure something out. Ernesto says, y'all remember when the Warriors played the Rockets? Rocket fans were dropping negative reviews on Curry Wife's restaurant. I don't even think it was open yet. Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
I remember that.
Yeah, that whole thing was a fucking. Remember how she alleged that fans were like attacking her and shit, and like put hands on her or something? I'm like, man, come on now, dog.
Yeah.
I just find that hard to believe. But yeah, Aisha was wild and out back in the years. She said the league was rigged when the 1 year the Warriors didn't win it.
Yeah,
she really has calmed down lately, but yeah, she
I
was
forgot about that. The league was rigged.
Dog, that's one of the most infamous tweets in fucking NBA Twitter history. I think I don't know if it's rigged for money or what, but something's going on here. I'm like, okay, Aisha, sit down.
I need to find that tweet and retweet it.
Hilarious, man. It's just hilarious. So yeah, man. So yeah, the NBA finals is done and football season coming up. So make sure y'all stay tuned to In the Loop for everything sports wise going on in Houston. Football news starting to ramp up a little bit. Maybe we'll find out what happens to Deshaun Watson. I'm hearing reports that the league is seeking at least a 1 season suspension. So we will see what happens with that. And yeah, man, a lot going down. So make sure you keep it tuned in to In the Loop 10 to 2 Sports Radio 610 Figgy Fig, of course. Remember, hashtag Figgy Day. Tweet at Sylvester Turner. We need a Figgy Day.
So we're trying to get me a day in Houston. So everybody got a day. I want to try to get a day in Houston, get a key to the city.
Yes.
And yeah, man. So
everybody knows Figgy in the city, man. So we need a Figgy Day.
Tweet Mary Turner and say Figgy need a day. Tag us.
Yes, Figgy Day 2023. We need it happening, man. So yeah. And yeah, thank y'all for kicking it with us. We forgot to close out the stream for the Anita Baker, but fuck it. If it gets taken down, fuck it. No, I don't give a fuck anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, YouTube could suck it if they want to take it down because Anita Baker. But yeah, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all kicking it with us. Everybody who chimed in on YouTube or Twitch. Shout out to Tab. Shout out to Holly Rachel Worshipper. Shout out to Ernesto. Yeah, appreciate y'all coming through, man, and kicking it with us. Make sure you get Figgy a day. Make sure the campaign stuff. Yeah, appreciate y'all helping out with that. And yeah, thanks for kicking it with us, man. We'll do it again next week, probably. So until next time.
Peace.